my camera like that? Hold on. I had to clean it. Hold on. Um, okay, is that better? Hi people. Um, how long have y'all been here? How did I miss so many comments? Wait, excuse me, you're gonna be 14 minutes late, V. How dare you? Wait, didn't I schedule it for 10:15? Did I mess it up? Oh, it's not. Oh, you're talking about from Jesus Live. Oh my gosh. Hi Nicole. Hey Delilah. Hey Holly. Hey Journey. Is Rita here? I don't know. Hello, everybody. Um, hey Andrew. I didn't realize Michelle was live. So I wanted to go stop in really quickly. Before y'all start yelling at me, before y'all start yelling at me about my no day, I had a good no day. I slept. I wanted to I wanted to do this live kind of revisiting last night's, not necessarily the topic, but my approach toward the stream. Like the stream as you're coming in, because y'all know when I have a high energy stream and I be going in, I start feeling bad after. So the next day I'll try to like revisit from a calmer standpoint. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And I was on the fence because I posted about it earlier. But when I went to Jesus live, his live was fun. So I got energy. So I was like, okay, let's go. We're doing this. So we're gonna just address it while it's still fresh. Also, because I got to watch his live from beginning to end, there's a couple of points that he addressed that overlaps with what I already wanted to talk about. So I'm going to use his live stream as a great jumping off point. So I'll be talking about the stream I did yesterday, and the point is to like, okay, I was turned. Let's calm it down and try it again because like I said, I want to be fair. I also want to reevaluate some of my stances now that I've had time to reflect, and see if I have the same points, if I have some different points, and we'll just see. So hello everybody. I know it's late. It's a Sunday. It's my no day. But I wanted to get this out. All right. So I have notes. So I'm gonna be looking at my phone a lot. So if I miss the chat, feel free to yell at me. Okay. I'm doing good, Andrew. How are you doing? You're up late. Don't you gotta go to school tomorrow? Let me stop messing with you. But hello, Andrew. Y'all, look at this grizzly bear that I'm house sitting for. I had to take my I had to take my blanket off my quilt off the bed and put it in the washing machine because this goddamn grizzly bear got on the bed and got fur everywhere. Okay. She's so beautiful. But I was like, I can't sleep like this. That was another reason why I decided to go live because I'm up washing a quilt. Um, so yeah, so I'm up. So I got me quick housekeeping really quickly. I did not eat today. We really got to get into talking about this 10 milligram. We got to get into not tonight, but we got to talk about it because I didn't eat today. Like, and when I say I feel completely normal, like I feel completely normal. And I guess that kind of relates a little bit to the topic that we were talking about yesterday. Like if you don't pay attention to your eating, you'll fuck around and not eat or undereat. So I got me two gluten-free Oreos here. I know it's bad, it's not food, and I got me a cup of coffee, um, my Disney coffee mug. And the house here, they had some Irish cream on the counter, so I put a teaspoon of Irish cream. So I might have a little bit of a buzz going, okay? So yes, am I already here at the house sit? Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the topic. I had notes to keep me organized, but you never know, I may just jump around. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and give the disclaimer early. By no means is this meant to be a response to G's. Okay, it just so happened that he talked about the exact same thing that I wanted to talk about today. So I'm gonna reference back to some of his points and then also some of my points from yesterday. I don't remember not eating all day. On the 10 milligram, I haven't eaten all day and I feel completely normal. But it wasn't on purpose. I was traveling this morning and then I got here and then I went to sleep. I slept for most of the day. And I just haven't felt like putting the effort into making a meal or eating out. So yeah, we got to get into the 10 milligram on a different stream. But so I think everyone here, hello Fortnite player. I think everyone here was present for the stream yesterday. If you haven't already, double tap the screen to like the stream for me, please. 12 people watching, 2 likes. And I was turned up on last night's stream, which is not unusual for me. It is not unusual for me to be high energy when I'm reacting to a video. So yeah, like I meant to do this in advance. Hold on. Okay. Let's do that. All right. I meant to do that in advance because we're talking about something that the subscribers would have been present for. 26 people watching. Please give me a like. Double tap the screen to like. How's everybody doing tonight? Feel free to let me know in the chat. So I was turned on last night's stream. And when I was done with the stream, I kind of felt bad. I was like, did I do too much? Because when I did the poll, most people said I was fair or spot on or something like that. There was a couple that said I was like a bit too emotional in the poll, but I think it was like 14% or something like that. But I don't remember exactly how many people voted. But for the most part, it was like an even split between fair and spot on. Yes, it does. If you double tap for the vertical, if you're on your phone, you should be able to double tap to hit the like. Let me see. Have I been saying that wrong this whole time? I don't think so. Yeah. Look. Double tap. You just like it. Yeah. Okay. So I felt bad, as I often do. Okay, like whenever I finish being turned, I feel bad and I come back the next day, I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about it. Like, like was I being unreasonable? Oh, it doesn't let you double tap either. I can't even say it's like an iPhone or Android feature because I just tried it on my Android and it works. So I'm not sure, but however it works for you on your end, just go ahead and hit the like. If you have a like button, that works fine. Or I'm not sure if it gives you the option of thumbs down, whichever you prefer. Just go ahead and like or dislike. So I was like, okay, so I didn't get any sleep last night. I got off the stream about midnight, 1 a.m. or something like that. And oh wow. Okay, Delilah, I have no idea why. And instead of going to sleep, because I had to get up at 6 a.m. and drive to North Carolina, instead of going to sleep, I went back and listened to the stream. It was a 4-hour stream. I only listened to the last 2.5 hours that were in reference to Brittany. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have no problem with it. Like cause I went back just in case I needed to like give out some apologies to my subscribers. Like, I'm sorry if I was being really hard on you guys, or like maybe I was just doing the most or something. So I'm like, well, because like it felt like some people like Jen and G's, I think Michelle too, were kind of like, we understand what she was trying to say. We understand her sentiment. And I'm just like, I don't care. I was like, okay, so what? So do I. Like, so I was like, okay, was I being too harsh? So I went back and listened to it and I'm like, they're fine. I'm like, they can handle it. Like, I was laughing at the back and forth between, it wasn't necessarily a back and forth, but like, I feel like we got a good handle on, my energy, right? Like y'all kind of know what to expect from me, right? So I just went back to make sure that I wasn't like being disrespectful or anything like that. So my initial impression of the stream was that it was fun. It was a success. I enjoyed myself. I thought we had a good time. I did feel like I was being fair in my assessment, even though I was firm in my approach, and high energy, and maybe even like a little bit, I got my own emotions into it. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with showing my feelings, and things like that. So now today, the point is to just reflect on some of that and see what you guys have to say about it as well. And then I'm going to get into some of the topics as far as like how content creators interact with each other, how subscribers interact with content creators, disagreeing. Is there a proper way to disagree? Not mean girls, or mean guys or girls. It could be guys or girls, but I got the mean girls topic from G's. But it could be related to what I'm talking about, so I'm gonna talk about that. So we're just we're gonna go through a bunch of things, okay? And if for any reason y'all feel like I'm misrepresenting something, y'all can let me know, okay? So um so about last night. Like I said, I was happy with the live. I didn't see any problems with it. No problems with my energy toward Brittany. So I got to the point where I'm asking like, oh, you commented and she replied. Oh, how was that? Let me know if it's not too much to type. But I got to the point where I was questioning like, okay, so we are all in this, like, as the content creators, not the subscribers. I'll talk about the subscribers at the end, but as the content creators, we're all in the same space talking about a lot of the same things, right? And we're all speaking publicly, which is something that I mentioned yesterday. So is there a proper way to react to somebody else's content, right? So to me, in my opinion, right? Hi, Sydney. The only thing that content creators owe each other is respect. That's it. We don't owe each other support. We don't owe each other engagement. We don't owe each other a conversation, an email, a phone call. We don't owe each other anything. We don't. Like where it starts and stops is, if respect. If somebody's respecting you, you respect them. Or if they're not addressing you and you're gonna address them, be respectful about it. That's it. Other than that, we don't owe each other anything. So when it comes to how we interact with each other, or how we address certain topics, I don't think there is a necessarily right or wrong way to do it, unless you're incorporating disrespect. Then I would say being disrespectful is the wrong way to go about things. But if you're not being disrespectful, if you're just being, like, me speaking for myself, this is how I see things. If I'm being respectful, but my energy is high, I don't look at that as in like there's a better way to do that. No, there's just different ways. Like, we're different people. We are different people. We have different approaches and we have different energies. Nobody has the energy that I have. And I'm okay with that. Like, nobody has the fire, the passion that I have. Nobody's as loud as I am. Nobody probably even has as many squirrel moments and sidebars and distractions as I am. We're gonna get into shade as well, Jen. It's on the list, and I'll answer your question. So I don't feel like I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm obligated, or anyone. I don't feel like anyone is obligated to kumbaya and kind of like tread carefully or softly, if you know what I mean. Now, there's a reason why I'm separating the content creators from the subscribers, because even though you may see content creators in other people's chats communicating with subscribers, we're a different group of people. You know what I mean? Like, we are subscribers too, but at the same time, when it comes to the whole content creation thing, there's a little bit of a different standard, or at least I feel like there should be. Now, when you just I spoke on this a little bit yesterday. When you decide to speak publicly, especially on social media, there is no gatekeeping how someone responds to you. It is what it is. Like, there is no there is no gatekeeping or like policing how someone addresses comments that are made publicly. So when it comes to Britney's video, she gave her stance publicly. Once she gives her stance publicly, this goes for me, this goes for anybody. Once you give your stance publicly, you open yourself up to criticism. There are no rules regarding how someone else is supposed to criticize you. So I don't necessarily agree with the stance of like, there's a way to do it. And I'm not being shady. I'm getting that specifically from G's. Like I said, I'm using his live as a jumping off point because we had a lot of the same things to talk about. Me personally, as a person that does react to other people's content, Hey Sway, as a person that reacts to other people's content, one, I don't go seeking out people's content. I may go seek out some TikToks from people I don't know, but on YouTube, I don't go seek out other people's content. If I'm reacting to a video or responding to it or giving my commentary, it's because it was sent to me. Okay. It's because it was sent to me and someone asked me to speak on it. It's because it was sent to me and hold on. Sidebar. Do you want me to read it, Nicole, or like no? I wanted to get into the calories today, but we're going to separate that out. Um, I still okay. Sidebar, because I got 50 sidebars in the chat. I'll go ahead and read it because like I don't want to get into her like I don't want to revisit the calories now, but I will read this because Nicole shared it with me. So in reference to the video that we went over yesterday, Nicole left a comment, Nicole Ray, because there's multiple Nicoles that watch the channel. Nicole Ray left a comment saying, I don't agree with this. To me, your diet is just the food you eat. You have to change your food choices and exercise to be successful. You can't just rely on the medicine to do all the work. The medicine is just a tool. You are the one that has to put in the work. And calorie counting is good for us because it helps make sure we're in a calorie deficit and helps us learn the amount we should be eating. You can't eat and do the same things you were doing before and expect different results. We have to make changes. So I was supposed to say Journey. Johnny. Brittany responds saying, that's not what I said though. I said that eventually you realize that GLP-1s do that for you. They take the quote unquote work out of it for you, and you'll notice if you listen to your body that you will naturally want to make healthier choices and move your body. And Nicole says in response, you should have clarified that a little bit more, because you clarifying it that way, I agree with. And I would say that I'm calling bullshit. Now, I'm behind in the chat. Am I really? Let me know. Am I caught up? Or did I miss somebody's comment? So I just read Nicole's interaction with Brittany. This could be a stream in and of itself. So to her response, I would say, like, to saying that because this stream isn't about me disagreeing with her. This stream is about me evaluating the way I reacted to her video. But to this, I would say, when she says they take the quote unquote work out of it for you and you'll notice if you listen to your body, I think that she's leaning heavily on intuitive eating, which is not a one size fits all thing. And I think that that stance deserves some pushback. And see, I was trying not to put it that way, Delilah, but that's exactly what it is. That's why I'm just like, whatever. Delilah says that's a great way to not stand 10 toes down on that hill you were dying on. We got a lot to get into. So thank you, Nicole, for sharing. Thank you for sharing the feedback that you got. So let's get back into what I was addressing, right? Because we're gonna talk about that as well. I'm going too fast? Okay, so I'll read it again. I'll read it again. So Nicole says to Brittany, to her video, I don't agree with this. To me, your diet is just the food you eat. You have to change your food choices and exercise um, to be successful. You can't just rely on the medicine to do all the work. The medicine is just a tool. You are the one that has to put in the work. And calorie counting is good for us because it makes sure we're in a calorie deficit and helps us learn the amount we should be eating. You can't eat and do the same things you were doing before and expect different results. We have to make changes. Um, in response, Brittany says, that's not what I was saying, though. What's not what you were saying, first of all? I said that eventually you realize that GLP-1s do the work for you. They take the quote unquote work out of it for you, and you'll notice, if you listen to your body, that you will naturally want to make healthier choices and move your body. That's not what she said. That's not what she said. What she said was, if you have to think about what you eat, your dose isn't high enough. That's what she said. That's what she said. She said nobody has to count calories. Nobody. Nobody. Not some people. Nobody. That's what she said. That's what she said. So thank you for sharing that, Nicole. No, Jen, it's fine. I talk fast. I was about to say, if you didn't catch it that time, I would just forward it to you. So thank you, Nicole. All right, so let's get back to me addressing yesterday's stream. So essentially, I don't feel like any like there is no, in general, right? There's no policing or gatekeeping how anybody reacts to or responds to something that's put out there publicly, period. When it comes to talking behind the scenes, private messaging somebody, emailing somebody, to me that only comes up if you have a problem with the person. If you're just reacting to someone's content, you don't have to, like, if you post a video publicly, I don't got to email you like, I got a problem with what you said. No, why would I do that? Like, why would I? No, like, I don't have to do that. Nobody has to do that. Now, if you say something about me and I have a problem with you, then I can email you and say, hey, what's the issue? Or do you have a problem with me? Or I have this problem with you. I don't like that you did this personally. But if it's public, I believe a public response is appropriate, or a public pushback or a public challenge is appropriate, especially if someone is going to say out of their mouth, I am dying on this hill, right? So let me not jump ahead of myself. There is one thing that I want to that I reflected on when I was listening to the stream and I didn't like the playback value, that I want to take accountability for. So I talked about me asking a question in a previous stream about whether or not losing weight makes content creators, like some content creators, of royal bitch. And I brought it up again in reference to, not calling Brittany a bitch, but I brought it up again in reference to the type of attitude that I felt like was being displayed. Well, in hindsight, I could have picked a different terminology, because what I realized is I don't want to make it seem like I'm just referring to women. One, I don't want to make it seem like I'm talking about her, because you know how even though you don't mean to say something or imply something, it's still implied. Like, if somebody wanted to call me out on that, they wouldn't be wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I could say till I'm blue in the face, no, I wasn't calling her a bitch. I wasn't calling her a bitch. But I still put, like, her attitude in that context, and that wasn't what I was trying to do. So I think jerk is a better word. Not calling her a jerk, but at least, if there's some implication, then it's not me saying bitch or whatever. I think jerk is, or asshole is, a better description of, because I want to be able to include like men too, like content creators, period. Do content creators in this space become assholes or jerks once they lose their weight, right? That was the question. So I wanted to take accountability for putting the whole, right, the replay value might not be great, even though y'all got it, right? So that's why I always listen back to make sure I'm not like out of pocket. And I felt like that was out of pocket because one, I don't want to make it seem like I'm just talking about women, but why put myself in a position to have to explain it, right? I didn't think that all the way through. So I'm taking accountability for it now. So we're gonna go with jerk, okay? Now, that's about it though. As far as accountability or feeling like I should have said or done something differently, I enjoyed the stream. I did think that I was fair. I know that I was pushing back hard, but that was on purpose. I know that I have a lot of energy, but that's on purpose. Um, I mean, it's just like it's my personality, right? I enjoy the spirit of debate or pushback, if you want to call it arguing. But I open up my platform for people to tell me how they really feel, right? So other than the whole bitch thing, I stand on my reaction, okay? Now, back to policing how like how we interact in this space. I don't think anybody can police it. I don't think anybody necessarily needs to judge it. We're all adults. We're all choosing to speak publicly. Sometimes we make mistakes and we don't say things like we don't say exactly what we mean, right? It happens. I just clarified something. So to be fair to Brittany, which I already felt like I was fair enough, but to be extra fair, I wanted to reflect back and see like, okay, maybe people need to see that I really did understand where she was coming from. I felt like she was still wrong, right? And that's just my opinion. And I feel like my pushback isn't necessarily inappropriate. The way that I push back isn't inappropriate. There is no right way, like I said before. But also, like, when I do these reactions, the only person whose opinion I care about is the person I'm reacting to. If they feel like they are being misrepresented, then by all means, I want them to have the opportunity to defend themselves, which you don't need to defend yourself, but to speak up for themselves. So when I review the whole therapy thing, it was the same thing. When I reviewed the whole getting rid of alcohol thing, it was the same thing. I'm like, I appreciate everybody for being here. I love you. I love you. I love y'all. Thank you for supporting. But I don't care about nobody's opinion other than the person that I'm speaking on, right? I don't care about anybody's opinion on my opinion, right? To be clear. But it's love. It's all love. It's never personal. There are no rules that say scrutiny has to be gentle. I don't know where people get that from. Like, and this goes for anybody. I Out of touch is a good way to put it. Out of touch is a good way to put it. Um, there are no rules that says that scrutiny has to be gentle. To be clear, like there are no rules. There are no rules that says that scrutiny has to be gentle. Okay, so whether you like, if you are the gentle type and you want to be gentle, then be gentle. I am the I got smoke type, so I'm going to give smoke, but I'm prepared to get it back because I'm speaking up basically from the stance that I got the better point. If you got the better point, then I need you to defend your point. And we can let the audience decide. But it never actually works out that way. Somebody sends me a video, says they want my input on it, so I give my input. The content creator never they either watch it or they don't watch it, and then I just move on to something else, and that's the end of it. So there are no rules other than respect. I would say and respect is a courtesy. It's not even a rule. Like, it's a courtesy to be respectful, but other than that, you handle people how you see fit, or you handle. And that's the thing. It's also not about the content creator. It's about the content, right? Like, it's not personal. I oftentimes, before I react to somebody's video, I'm like, I like this person. Like, everybody that I've reacted to have been people that I like or liked at the time that I was reacting to their content. So it's like, just because I like you don't mean I can't. Oh, hey, Jasmine. Just because I like you don't mean I can't push back strongly on a point that you're making that I think is a bad point. Okay, so it's never personal. It's never about them. It's about what they chose to say publicly and then invite criticism, right? Because everybody, not everybody, but some people will put a video out there that they know is going to be a little bit controversial, and then they say, let me know what you think in the comments, but then they don't want to hear what nobody got to say unless it's agreeing with them, We're going to get into echo chambers later. So instead of having to go through all of that, getting my comment deleted, getting blocked, and all that stupid ass shit, I have my own platform. I'm just going to respond to it as I see fit because somebody else put it in front of me to respond to. All right. So just keep that in mind. If you see me reacting to somebody, 9 times out of 10 is because I was asked to do it. It is what it is. And people know what they're going to get from me, which is realness and honesty. Okay. So my style is my style. I encourage those that find, and I'm not subliminal. I name names. Okay. So if you got to wonder if I'm talking about you, then I ain't, because if I am, I'm going to say your name. Okay. I'm not throwing no subliminals or anything. I don't do that. We're going to get into that with the whole being shady and stuff. I don't do that. If I'm talking about you, you're going to know I'm talking about you. Right now, I'm just speaking in general about some points that I wanted to talk about. So my style is my style. If my way of reviewing other people's content makes anybody uncomfortable, then I would just encourage to fall back until I'm doing a stream that's more your speed, is what I would say, right? Because not everybody watches everything. Not everybody that watches my pre-uploads watches the live streams. Not everybody that watches the live streams watches the pre-uploads. Not everybody watches, like, a crash out or a reaction video or a Darlene video. Not everybody watches everything, right? So if I have an energy that anyone feels is misplaced, you have 2 options. You can speak up and we can discuss it and get to the bottom of it. I'm open to criticism. Or you can just wait until a stream more your speed and more your comfort level and entertainment level comes up. All right. So being a mean girl or guy. Now, this is directly a jumping off point from a Jesus stream. Because I talked about, did I mention Mean Girls? I don't think I did. I think I mentioned cliques. We were supposed to talk about cliques and we couldn't really get into it because I kept pushing streams back. But his point about Mean Girls was interesting. And I think it relates to my point about cliques. Okay. So being mean girls or guys and shading. Okay. So this gets back to, Jen's comment or question, which was, is being shady disrespectful? Was that the question? Hold on. Damn. You probably done wrote it again by now. Jen, is being shady? Okay, is being shady being disrespectful? Okay. So shading is real. Okay. Shading is real. I have seen it. I, in my opinion, have experienced it in this space, but I don't speak on things that I can't back up, right? Like, how do you back up shade? You can't really back it up with like evidence. You kind of just gotta, the people around, like the subscribers are gonna see it, right? So it's almost like you really don't have to say anything because the people that support multiple channels are gonna pick up on it. So the shade is very real. Is shade disrespectful? No. Shade is not disrespectful. I just think it's unnecessary. I don't get why, I don't get the point of shading people. If someone, because maybe I can't relate also because I don't watch enough channels to be in the mix as much. Jesus was talking about this as well. And he also responded to one of my comments about this. Like, you may not be in these streets all like that, but I am. So this is what I go through is essentially what he was telling me. So I'm like, okay, like I don't know all like that. So who's your fearless leader, Holly? I hope you're not talking about me. So, when it comes to shade, I don't understand why people lean toward the subliminal. I feel like, No, I don't think it's disrespectful. Is it nasty? Probably. Is it mean? Depends. It can be. There is shade throwing shots, what Jeez was talking about, than being direct. Um, I don't think it's disrespectful. I think it's cowardice. Like, and again, I don't even like, I don't have anybody in particular in mind, just the topic. So, okay, subliminals can be can be interpreted as shade, right? So I don't think, and I'm not here to tell nobody else what to do, but my stance is, if I'm not prepared to say your name or review a video of yours, I'm just gonna do my best to not talk about you. Because, and then if I catch myself in a moment, then I'll correct it. Like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be messy. Like with Countess, when we were talking about Countess, I had made a subliminal comment, and then I was like, that wasn't nice. Like, I didn't mean that. Like, I was trying to be funny, but in like a goofy kind of way, not in a mean way, but I caught myself and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to build that reputation of like, oh yeah, I know who you talking about. If so I said her name. Like, so I was like, let me just go ahead and say her name, because I'm not trying to be mean, I'm not trying to be shady, I'm not trying to be indirect, because that breeds a ground of like, that breeds a nasty space. But here's the thing with that. I don't give a shit for real. Like, to be honest with you, I just know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna say your name. I can't even say if I got a problem with you, because I ain't got a problem with nobody. But if I'm talking about something that you said, with the exception of one person, because they blocked me, so I won't say her name. But with the exception of one person, I'll say your name. Like, if I'm talking about you, like, oh, I saw something on your channel, or something that you said on a panel, or something that you posted, there's no beef. So why not say, like, if a content creator is talking about something publicly, why can't you say that you're addressing what they said publicly? Why do you have to end? And I'm not talking about anybody, but what is the, we're talking about being nice, nasty, and mean girls and mean guys and all of that. Like, why be indirect about what you're trying to say? Just don't say anything. But people do what they do. For me, no, I don't think shade is disrespectful. I just think it's unnecessary. Can it be nasty? Yeah. And the reason I feel that is because we know that people are very cliquish in this space. And I have noticed that there are a lot of larger channels that rock with each other tightly. And again, another point from Jesus Live. He made some great points. It was a fun live. He talked about, bigger content creators not showing love to the smaller content creators. I've noticed it. I just don't care. I don't think he cares either. But, and this is, again, like, it just is what it is. Like, I thought it was a good point, but it's like, yeah, we notice it, but it's like, some of us don't care like that. It's just an observation. But when you won't show up to somebody's channel, yet you're willing to talk about them indirectly, it gives shady. It gives shady. And is there something wrong with that? I ain't about to do all that. Jen said, in Jesus' defense, did I say something where he needed to? Okay, I'm gonna read it. In Jesus' defense, some of the ladies were throwing shots in their lives for weeks. But okay, so this is what I'm. Oh, you might be talking about me talking about him. Him saying me girls. So what I'm saying is, it's not even about whoever you're talking about. Like, it's not even about Jesus. It's not about who he's talking about. It's the principle of the point. I don't care who he's talking about. I honestly don't care who talking about him, because I'm like, geez, don't bother nobody. So it's like, it's kind of weird. Like, what are you talking about? Whatever. That's not my point. It's not about who the particular people are. It's the principle of like the topic of Mean Girls. Oh, not me. Okay. The topic of mean girls, mean guys, and people being cliquish and like dare I say, icing some of the smaller creators out. I see it. He was all I'm saying is he wasn't wrong on that point. I see it too. I just don't give a shit. I don't be in these spaces enough to care. In fact, I don't be in these spaces at all. Like, so it don't matter to me. I would never know if someone is throwing shots because I'm not watching. The only way I'm gonna know if somebody's throwing shots is if it's G's, Delilah, Michelle, Teddy, Joe. Like, who else? Who else's channel do I like? I at least try to keep up with. Like, there's so many, but it's like if it's not one of them, I'm not gonna know unless y'all tell me. I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna know. And there have been times where things have been told to me, and I responded to it, and like moving forward, it's like I won't be responding to it because um if you ain't say it to me, it don't matter. If you ain't say my name, if you ain't say it to me, I don't give a fuck. If you ain't say it to me, if you ain't say it to me, if you ain't say my name, if you ain't tag me, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Cause I'm loud. I'm loud as fuck. But I don't start no shit with nobody. I don't talk about nobody behind their back. I don't say nothing about nobody that I wouldn't say to them directly if they would get on a panel with me. So I don't give a shit all like that. But in the context of being mean, if four people get together to talk about one person, yeah, I don't know if this is what's happening. I'm giving a hypothetical, but that gives mean. That gives and your channels are bigger potentially. I'm making assumptions based on what he said. So if I'm wrong, y'all can correct me. But if 3, 4, 5 content creators with 5, 8, 10 plus thousand subscribers, like you put them all together, they got 20,000 subscribers. They getting together, subbing somebody with 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, that looks some kind of way. And you're not like, are you like that looks some kind of way? You know what I mean? So, it do. And like I said, I wouldn't know if that was happening to me because I don't watch enough to know. I don't watch enough to know. So I wouldn't know, but I thought it was an interesting point. I thought it was an interesting point. And I didn't finish your comment, Jen. Jen said, in Jesus' defense, some of the ladies were throwing shots in their lives for weeks, and it would look weird for him to say what he could have really wanted to say. Why though? Other than the fact that he's a man and, he probably just don't want to address no women anyway. And I don't want to make this about him though. But now I'm curious since you said it. What would you consider throwing shots, Jen? Like everybody knows who you're talking about, but nobody will say their name. Is that throwing shots? I want to clear that. I want to clear that up before I continue. Would throwing shots be everybody knows who we're talking about here, but nobody will say their name? Exactly, because he's a man. Okay. Now, what about the other part? Okay, I get you on that. I get you on that. He would look weird if he's addressing a group of women. Okay, I get that. That's you know what? That's actually like a good point as well. Women and men are going to handle things differently. So, respectfully, now this is to G's. Respectfully, based on what he was saying to me in the live. Well, no, I can't say that because he gets it. G's, he knows that like if you hold too tight to what I'm saying, I'm gonna keep poking. But he also feels like I need to pipe down, and I just disagree. I think he feels that way. I think he feels like I need to pipe down based on the live yesterday. Like he's like, yeah, you was on one. I think he feels like my energy is misplaced or unnecessary, and it's not. It's just who I am. Like this is just how I am. But I can also come back and say, okay, let's bring it down and all of that. He would be a bully, right? Okay. But so my point was we would handle situation differently. Now, were people saying his name, or no? It was shady because nobody was saying his name. Because I feel like, here's the thing. I feel like when you say somebody's name, that's not shade. That's my opinion. So I don't know if they were saying his name or not. But if you're saying somebody's, like, to me, if you say my name, I'm depending on what the context is, I'm probably gonna respond. But I don't necessarily consider that shade if you're saying my name. If you're saying my name and not really saying what you mean, it could be shade. They weren't saying his name, so that gives shady. I have it literally here in my notes. It wasn't about him or what you're talking about, but it was about the topic of being, a mean guy or girl via the means of shading. Like, I say names to avoid shade. Like, I make it clear who I'm talking about to avoid shade. That's how I feel, but not to say other people have to feel that way. Delilah says I did that the other day without meaning to, and then wouldn't say the name and said out loud that it was because I didn't want to make people feel like I was saying you shouldn't watch them. That's fine, Delilah. I don't, to me, like I said, there's no rule on how this is how we're supposed to do this, but I think people are kind of treating the space as if there's rules and there's not. Like, we didn't all come on a YouTube together. We don't all get together. Well, some people do, but for the most part, we don't all get together and plan out our content and plan out our live streams and all of that. Like I didn't even know, I didn't know Michelle was live. Like, I had scheduled my live about an hour and a half before I was live. And then when I was getting on YouTube to go live, I saw she was live. So I'm like, oh, let me go say hi and show some love before I go live. But I didn't look at it as like, oh, and I'm just using Michelle as an example, but I didn't look at it as like, oh, now I can't go live. No, like, listen, y'all see me when y'all see me. Like, you get over here when you get over here. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'll hang out with some strangers until y'all finish up or whatever. Or when I went live yesterday, I didn't know they was having a whole panel on Dee Dee's channel. Like, I don't know what goes on in these other spaces. So I didn't know until people started coming over like, oh my God, that chat, that live, not saying anything about her, but like about the whole Rita situation. I didn't know somebody else was live. Sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5 content creators are live at the same time. And I don't know. Like, if I'm not subscribed to you, I won't know. Nor do I care, because I'm not here to work around other people's schedules. Nor is anybody here to work around mine. You know what I mean? So it's like, I go live when I feel like it, and I don't when I don't. Like, and if the audience is split, then it's just split. Like, you know how many times I've been live the same time as Delilah, and then people are over there, and then they'll come back to me, and then they'll go to her, and then they'll come back. Like, who the hell care? I mean, well, maybe some people care. Okay, well, whatever. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Because I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do. But like, back to the whole shading situation, I feel like it's different in that context with G's, because he is a man and he wouldn't necessarily want to come off as a bully by addressing a group of women that are potentially targeting him indirectly or being shady toward him. But I come from a different school of thought, and I'm not projecting this onto anyone, but I come from the school of thought of you gonna get what you're looking for. Man or woman. You gonna get what you're looking for. So I don't know the history. I'm not trying to get in it. I'm not trying to start no shit. It was brought up, so I thought it was a good point in reference to what I'm talking about. But I come from the school of thought, man or woman, you gonna get what you're looking for. Like, there's only so long you can indirectly throw shots at a person before they say something. And if they say something, they say something. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I think that not saying names gets disguised as like, oh, I'm just trying not to be messy. Then why are you talking about it? If everybody here knows who you're talking about, but you won't say their name, why even talk about it? You know what I mean? I'm not talking about G's. I'm just saying in general, like, because I understand now why he wouldn't say people's names or whatever, because, you know, he's a man and that's going to look funny. But it's like, I wouldn't look at him crazy. This is just me. I wouldn't look at him crazy if one day he came on here like, I'm sick of you motherfuckers. Whoever's bothering him. Women, men, kids. Like, I'm sick of you, because that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Now, I get not giving everything your energy, so I also understand that. But like I said, I come from the school of thought of you're gonna get what you're looking for if you keep messing with people. So oh well. So I don't, like, back to my other point, I don't think public opinions or public content needs to be addressed privately, right? So like, I don't think if someone puts up a video that everybody can see, that you have to email them behind the scenes to work it out or whatever, or no, you don't have to do that. You can say nothing, or you can react to it, or you can go throw subliminals, which I don't recommend, but whatever. I'm honestly just speaking for myself, and we kind of got sidetracked with the whole G's thing. Okay. Now, the final thought on the mean girl thing. I don't think I'm a mean girl, but I'm open to hearing you guys out. I did see a couple of people say they don't like the term mean girl. Let me know what y'all don't like about the term mean girl. Sydney has a sidebar, 9-scale victory today when I comfortably wore a dress to a brunch that I couldn't get over my hips a few months ago. That made me feel great. You know what my 9-scale victory is for like the summer? The fact that I can cross my legs. I can cross my legs. Now, I can only do it one way. I can do the right over the left. I can't, but I think this has to do with my flexibility. I can't do the left over the right. So congratulations to Sydney on getting the dress over her hips. That's a big deal. I love it when I can fit into a dress that I couldn't fit into before. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what do y'all not like about the term mean girl? It don't affect me either way. Like, I don't feel no type of way about it. But considering I was high energy yesterday, like, to be clear, I don't think I was being mean. Right over left only. Yeah, I can only do it one way. I can't do it the other way. I don't think I was being mean. And to be clear, I don't think Jeez was saying that I was being mean at all. I don't think he was saying that. But it was a good point. It was a good topic or whatever. So I want to talk about it. I can't stop crossing my legs. They're crossed right now. Sydney ate shrimp and grits at brunch. Okay. I'm a city girl. I don't like grits. That's some southern stuff. To me. I don't care one way or the other about the term, except that it makes me want to watch the movie. I understand the term. That's why it doesn't bother me. I understand. Well, people could mean different things, but I think I understand the context of the term. Can you tell shot day is tomorrow? Oof. Shot day was yesterday for me. When I say this 10 milligram got me toe up from the flow up. Jeez was saying earlier that the 10 milligram is something special. It is. I'm on my 4th injection, and I've been taking mine every 5 days instead of every 7. I'm going to go back to every 7 now that I have some in the fridge. But man, when I tell you a world without hunger, like a world without a desire to eat, it is crazy. Is Nicole still here? I think Nicole was one of the people that didn't like the term mean girls. I'm not going to move on till you guys answer me. What do y'all think about the term? What do y'all think about the term mean girls? And if you don't like it, what is it about it that you don't like? And if you don't want to answer that, do y'all think I qualify? Because I'm not trying to, but I am open to some feedback on it. That's why I like to do this after I've been turned on a live stream. I like to bring it down and be like, okay, I'm not completely crazy. Like, I might be turned up, but I thought, no, not y'all. G's had mentioned in the space in general, people can be mean girls. Not y'all. And when he said that, I'm like, I wonder if not that he was talking about me, but I was wondering, like, do people think that about me? Not that Okay, like I was about to say, not that I give a shit. I'm always saying I don't care about something. I care, like, but it got to make sense though. Like you would have to, like, that's what I'm asking. Like if somebody felt like I was mean, you would have to tell me what I said that was mean. Do y'all feel like the space has mean girls or guys? I guess my question to Nicole is, does she not like it because of the movie? Because I never saw the movie. No, I think she just doesn't like the representation, maybe. I mean, she could answer. Delilah doesn't think I'm a mean girl. So that's one person. I think mean girls' behavior is talking to other people about someone who thinks they are your friend, and really you're just going around talking about them. Friend is a strong word. Yeah. I mean, so if people aren't your friends, can they be mean girls? Can they be perceived as mean girls? Because I was saying in Jesus chat that I haven't found the mean girls yet, or they haven't found me, but that's because I don't spend enough time watching stuff. She did say earlier she thought it was about us. Oh, Nicole? No. Oh, wait. She didn't think Jeez was calling us mean girls, did she? Did she think Jeez was calling us mean girls? I don't think he was calling us mean. Was he? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he'll watch the playback like he did the last time, and he'll comment for clarity, but I don't think so. Did you think I was saying that we're mean girls, or that he was saying that? I think he was speaking in general, or maybe he had some people in mind. I don't know, but I don't think he was talking about us. I don't think so. But I just want to know if I'm a mean girl, because I don't think I am. But if somebody disagreed, I would definitely hear them out. You think he was? Oh, okay. So Nicole thought I was saying that we were mean girls, and okay. Wait, Nicole V, you took the words out of my mouth. Y'all got me confused now. I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna let y'all work it out in the chat. But what I'm saying is, I didn't think of who he was talking about because I didn't care. I don't think he was talking about us, but I don't know. But it was a interesting point of mean girls in the space, and because I had not encountered that, I wanted to talk about it. So I'm wondering, do I qualify as one of the mean girls? I didn't eat all day today, Journey. So I'm snacking on 2 gluten-free Oreos. I'm on my second one, and I'm just licking the icing, frosting now. Just playing around with it. I have no appetite. And I got a cup of coffee with some Irish cream in it. So I got a little bit of a buzz going on. So no to me being, I mean, y'all are biased. Strangers in the Clouds. I have 16 people watching. They're gluten-free. You think you would like it? They're actually good. They're really good. They're nothing like a regular Oreo, but they're close. Okay. Strangers in the Clouds. Come down wherever you are. So we got Nicole, Sydney, Journey, Delilah, and Jen commenting. That's 5 out of 15. The other 10. Alexis is here. Hi, Alexis. Make it a fasting day. I messed it up because I had a coffee. Well, I had a latte on my way down, so I didn't think it through. It wasn't a planned fasting day, so I didn't mind having the coffee. But then when I got through the whole day without eating, I'm like, shit, had I not had the coffee, it would have been a fasting day. Hey, Alexis, girl. I don't keep cookies in the house for that reason. Yeah, I tend to not keep them around, but every now and again, I like Smee's a little treat. Okay, so I'm gonna say no because y'all didn't answer. But I need some, like, because we're gonna get into echo chambers too. We still got a couple things to go over, right? So the last thing that I'll jump off of Jesus stream about was when I said I told him I watched it back and I was laughing. I was saying that we all have tough skin. And he was like, yeah, you were on one. And I'm like, I was. And I didn't feel like Jen was trying to get me to calm down, but I felt like G's, not that he was trying to, but I felt like G's was getting the impression that I was too invested, when really I'm just a high energy person. Um and sometimes I wear my emotions on my sleeves. But like I don't think I was saying anything wrong, and I don't think my approach was wrong. Um he had made a comment that I don't see my own emotion. I'm like, I see it. I'm just okay with it. I see it. I'm just okay with it. So, um, like, I be cutting up. I get loud, energetic, may get a little emotional. At the end of the day, that's my approach, and I'm not signing up. Yeah, he thinks we're always doing the most, but he also gets it though with me. Like he knows, like he knows you just gotta ignore me sometimes. He was saying it in the stream because he thought Michelle was talking to me. So he's like, you can't take her too seriously. You gotta just let it. You just gotta let it go over your head. I'm like, see, he gets it. I mean, I was saying that last night in the stream. Somebody was like, Jesus is gonna get it now. I'm like, please, Jesus can handle himself. So when I was listening back to the stream, I just thought it was so funny because I'm like, he ain't go running hot in the bushes. He ain't go running hot in the bushes. He ain't get upset and grab his ball and lead the court. Like, he just felt differently than I did. And he felt like he would have had a different approach. My Sunday is going great so far, tip top health. Thank you for asking. But I did think that the point about me being on one was funny. But yeah, I'm not signing up for, and this is not to him, this is now me speaking in general, about the space. I'm not signing up for a kumbaya. I'm not signing up for kumbaya. Because I have spent a lot of time in other parts of YouTube, and I have seen the way content creators interact with each other. I have seen the way content creators interact with their subscribers. I have seen the way subscribers interact with each other. I've seen the way moderators interact with each other. I have seen people turn on people. I have seen people betray each other. I have seen people be friends one day, talk about each other the next day. So with that being said, I'm just here to do my content and build community. But that's with my subscribers. I'm not here to be on the same page with other content creators. Now, if it so happens to work out that way, then wonderful. Wonderful for the space. You see plenty of content creators linking up and linking arms and working together and collabing. But and I'm not opposed to that. But like, I'm not chasing anybody down for it. You know what I mean? I have noticed that like whatever. Anyway, whatever. My point is, I'm not here to I'm here to do things how I want to do it. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I'm here to do things how I want to do it, which means like most of the time, like my channel isn't about responding to other people. But because people like my input, they ask me to do it. So I do it and I enjoy doing it. It's as simple as that. So if your channel happens to come across my desk, or your video happens to come across my desk and someone says, hey, I want to know what you think about this, or hey, this may be worth reacting to, or hey, take a look at this, let us know what you think. Hey, can you review this? It's gonna get done. But I promise, I'm not checking for none of y'all. I promise you. I ain't checking for none of y'all. I'm not going to your channels. Again, this is not about G's now. I'm speaking in general. Because some of y'all are cloud watchers. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. Some of y'all are cloud watchers. You be over here. You be listening. But you don't comment. You don't like. You don't subscribe. But yet you be here. Whatever. It's not a subliminal. That's in general. I promise I ain't checking for none of y'all. I ain't checking for nobody. I don't got no problem with nobody. I try to support as many people as I can. But as I talked about before, I got my own stuff going on. So it's not me not showing love. It's like, let me tell y'all what really happened. So when I first started going live and y'all were all finding me, I didn't realize so many people had channels. I didn't realize so many people had smaller channels, like not smaller than mine, but like around my size. I didn't realize there were so many smaller content creators in the space. So every time somebody new came to or fell out of the clouds, I just assumed they were another subscriber. But then y'all would like say hi to them and hello. And it was like, oh, y'all know each other? Like, I didn't know these people. I didn't know all these content creators existed. So as people were finding my channel, every time I found out someone had a channel, I would shout their channel out without even vetting it. As soon as you dropped into my comments, if the chat knew you and I realized you were a content creator, I would immediately shout the channel out, tell people to go subscribe, and then I would go subscribe. Oh, I made you go get some chocolate? Okay, Sydney. It's gonna be good. It's worth it. But I noticed, I noticed that if y'all were, okay, y'all know we be lit over here, right? Like we do. We really do be lit. But those first few, like even before I started doing verticals, those first few live streams have thousands of views, if not hundreds, right? Because that's when I was more consistent with my channel. So people were finding me quick. And it was like every other day, like people like other channels were finding me or whatever. So I'd be like, oh, go here, go subscribe. But I noticed, and I didn't think about it at the time. I noticed that other people don't do that. Not that they're supposed to or obligated to, by no means. That was just how I naturally responded. But I noticed that when I would go to other spaces, that's not how people rock in this space. People don't shout other people out unless they're already like in the clique. And if they do shout out somebody that is, not within the clique, they're very selective, which is fine. I don't give a shit. But I was just like, oh, okay. Like, so that's not normal to just be like, hey, go subscribe here. Like, that's not normal. So I was like, okay, well, I'll stop saying that or whatever. But I also noticed that like a person may have me blocked, or a person may show up and pretend to be in full support in the chat. But if they do get an email from me, they don't respond. You know what I mean? Like they're in full support publicly in the moment, but like behind the scenes, they like, nah. V, you have no true idea how much I freaking hate watching vertical lives, but I keep coming back because I love this community. Yeah. You and Delilah are both good at doing that. So grab me a piece too. Oh my gosh. So anyway, the point is, one, I couldn't get to everybody's channel. That was first of all. Second of all, I noticed that when I was doing those first lives, people were showing up, like certain people were showing up semi-regularly, and then they stopped showing up altogether, which is fine. Ain't nobody we're not obligated to support each other at all. Like, don't get it twisted. So, but I was still going out of my way to show up to certain people's channels, and I'm like, why am I in their chat and they not over here? Like, what am I in their chat for and they're not over here? So it just got to the point where I was like, look, if I see you in my comments, and I know, because I still to this day, I'm finding out people got channels. I just found out Hardy had a channel the other day, so I had to go show her some love. But if you're in my chat and you're showing up to my channel and you're supporting my channel, I at least try to go show up. I at least try to go show up. But for everybody else, that's them. Like they, they do their things. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Like I said, I wouldn't know if anybody was talking about me or subbing me because I don't be in them spaces. Okay. But Delilah says, V, you have no true oh no, I read that one. Nah, V, we all have life. Have a life, we get it. We can't just be out there every other we can't just be out there to everyone every time. We just do what we can, and that's that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So feel free to criticize me, react to my videos, comment on my videos, or criticize my videos. Just don't lie on me. Just don't lie on me. You can react to, you can play my content, you can react to it. Like, it's not that deep. Nobody should have a problem with me because nobody knows me. Like, nobody should have a problem with anybody because we don't even know each other like that. Like, how could whatever, maybe some of y'all do, because in my mind I'm just like, we don't even know each other like that. Like, why does anybody have a problem with anybody? But yeah, like, I wouldn't be tripping if somebody reacted to my content or something like that. But I don't know. The first thing I told Felicia while she was getting her own channel, I told her, just know those creators you watch and support may not do the same for you, and that's okay. Just do you, and that's that. Literally. Like, it is what it is. I hope no one feels like bad that I haven't made it to their channel. Because if you do, you can send me an email and I'll come look at your channel. But I stopped necessarily going out of my way to try to be everywhere because I can't. But I definitely support and appreciate everybody that shows up here. And to be honest, nobody's off limits. Like, if I can be on a live stream and go back and forth with Jim, back and forth with Delilah, back and forth with whomever, ain't nobody off limits. The other night, me and Delilah stayed on that stream for an extra 2 hours debating what qualified as plus size. And it was a blast. I enjoyed it. Okay? I enjoyed it. They were. I didn't say that. Maybe I got distracted in my point. That's what I was getting at. So, okay, I got distracted. So that was the whole point of me bringing up the beginning lives. Am I saying that right? My earlier lives. That was the point of me bringing that up. People were coming over being nosy. I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know that until it dawned on me that I was showing up to people's channels and they were no longer showing up to mine. Like once people figured out who I was, because here's the thing. I don't know how y'all found me. Cause it's like when I started going live, I got a completely different audience. So I don't know how suddenly all of these content creators started finding me. I was sleeping, going in and out of sleep. Wake up, Jen. This is important. But I don't know how all of these different content creators were finding my channel. But like I said, I didn't know they were content creators at first. I wouldn't know until, I would be in the middle of a stream and then somebody would come in and I'd be like, hey, thank you for falling out of the clouds, blah, blah, blah. Hope you had a soft landing. I'll do my whole spiel. And then like 5 minutes into the stream, I see everybody talking to them. And I'm like, oh, you know this person? Like, oh, wait, you have a channel? Oh, wait, let me go see you. Oh my God, go, let me subscribe. Like, oh, the plus size talk. Okay. You did fall asleep. Nicole fell asleep too. So it dawned on me later that a handful of people just came over to be nosy. And I don't care. I'm not begging for anybody's support. But people were coming over to be nosy. Now, I don't know if there was a buzz. Like, I don't know if my name was being said in other people's spaces. So they found, because it was like every day there was like another content creator or two finding my channel. And I'm like, where the fuck did all of y'all come from? Like, where did y'all come from? And I appreciated it, but I was like, wow, like this is, I didn't know there were so many of y'all. Like I'm not gonna lie, I thought the whole space was on the pen, Countess, uh, what am I about to say, Jennifer? Oh God. Brittany, Allie, Downsized. The biggest channels, the biggest channels. I thought they were like the whole space. I did not know none of these other people existed until I started going live and people started dropping into my chat. I didn't know. So I don't know how I don't know how they were finding me. But I didn't think about it at the time. It dawned on me later that yeah, people were coming to be nosy because I can tell by who stayed and who didn't. I can tell. I don't care though. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And like I said, I know that some people are cloud watchers and that's fine. Um I don't care about that either. I never heard of you before that came to my feed, and then I seen Jen and said, if Jen is a moderator, then V must be cool. Do you know what's so weird about that? I I I mean, Jen was just in my stream a couple of times when I made her a moderator. She was my first channel member. That's why I made her a moderator. She was the first one to become a member, so I made her a moderator. Alexis was my very first moderator, period. But that's because she came up on my panel. She was the first one to come up on my panel. But Jen, I didn't know Jen was known in these streets until I started going to other people's chats. Because even at that time, I wasn't going to nobody else's channels. I wasn't, I was over it. Like, this is before I knew about a G's, a Teddy, a Delilah. Like, before I knew about any of y'all, I already wasn't going to some of the biggest channels anymore because it was just too much. I was just over it. So I didn't know. I didn't know when I made Jen a moderator, Jen is like known in these streets, like in these comments. I did not know that. I did not know that. It wasn't until I started seeing some of y'all around regularly, and then I would go to other people's channels and then the exact same people would be there. And I'm like, oh, y'all been around. Like, y'all been knowing all of these content creators, all of these channels. Okay, I didn't know. I know. Um, I think because Jen was here, it triggered you to my algo. I have no idea. I have no idea. But the overall point was about the whole supporting channels thing. Like, you know, I do what I can, but like I said, I was doing my Trizepatide research and you popped up. That's good. That means I'm in the algorithm. That's good. But like I said, I welcome anybody because I play people's content. Nobody has said anything yet. Nobody has complained yet, at least not to me or to YouTube. So if someone does complain, then I will know. But so far, nobody has complained, and I think for the like, I think I keep. I know I'm respectful. I might be passionate, but I don't disrespect anybody. Journey of Life says, for me, I followed you because you were the only younger person on this journey I seen. Plus, you seem cool, so I stuck around. Yeah, you're in a lot of my your J profile is in a lot of my earlier live streams. So I just started to get familiar with certain names. And then there were other names that were they popped in for, you know, those beginning live streams, and then haven't seen them since, and I don't really give a shit like that. I would go to people's channels, the energy wasn't the same, and it's like, oh, okay, whatever. So excuse me, but I'm not here to link arms and sing kumbaya. Like, it is what it is. I support those that support me, and that's the end of it. I haven't left. You're stuck with me, Nicole. So, revisiting some of Brittany's points, right? Because we were talking about her. So with a more turned down energy, right? Revisiting some of her points. If you haven't already, please like the stream. You can like or dislike, whichever. Just double tap or hit the like or dislike. So she said that people should not have to think about what they eat or how many calories they're eating or anything like that. And some people yesterday were saying they understood her sentiment. Now, I actually thought I was done bringing up Jesus Live, but he actually did talk about this video, so I guess I gotta reference his point again. He said that he felt like she was trying to convey a message of focusing on mental health. I call bullshit, not bullshit to G's, but bullshit to bullshit to why do I keep forgetting her name? Brittany. Journey, you're very loyal until them sardines come out. And I'll be thinking hard. I'm like, if I do this, Journey's gonna leave. I'll be thinking hard, girl. But you outnumbered. You are outnumbered. But I love you anyway. And thank you for all of your support. Journey will watch anything of mine. Journey even went back to some of my older content. She will watch anything but Darlene. So she'll forever be Journey of Crowns. So to the point about mental health, I didn't think that she was trying to make a mental health point necessarily. I think that she was disguising her real point with talking about mental health, right? And I've noticed that this is something that some content creators do when they're making a controversial point. They won't just say what they mean. They will disguise what they're saying as like, I'm only saying this because I care about you. I'm only saying this because I'm worried about you. Like she even said in her video, like, oh, I was just praying for this person that was obsessing about calories. And I'm like, that's so like passive aggressive. Like, why are you like, it felt like prayer was being weaponized. Like it wasn't genuine, but who am I, right? This is just my opinion. So I don't think she was trying to make a point about mental health, but this is just me having a different perspective. I feel like it was projection. I made this point yesterday and I thought I put some thought into it. I listened back to the stream. I listened to the points that I made. I am standing on the points that I made. If anybody would like to push back, feel free. I out of touch. Let's go back to Jen's point of being out of touch because that's a wonderful way to put it. I've seen example after example of people lose a significant amount of weight as a content creator, and we've asked the question, we've done this as a topic, do the content creators get out of touch? And my answer is officially yes. Okay, my answer is officially yes. Jury is still out with me. All right, I might be a little jerky out of touch too, but we'll see. The answer is yes for me. And the reason that I feel like people get this way is because they're used to being in an echo chamber. So one, they're used to telling their audience, they're used to always telling their audience what they want to hear versus what they really think, right? Because you want to keep the audience engaged, you want to keep people on your side, you want to keep the comments positive, you want to keep people coming back, you want to keep your subscribers or whatever. So a lot of these spaces are echo chambers. But when they start expressing their real feelings about something that that would be considered like controversial or whatever, and then the audience starts to push back or newcomers start to push back, they can't take it. They can't take it. So I feel, and I've also seen more than once people invite criticism. I know, Reindeer, you told me it was a no day, but I figured if it was the end of the night, it would be okay. I had a lot of energy after G's went live, so I wanted to do the topic. Reindeer told me to keep my no day. I did 22 hours of my no day, okay? And I went live at 10:15. So I've seen content creators make points that they feel like are really good points, and then when they get pushback, they can't handle it instead of working through the pushback, right? Now, I know that subscribers can be assholes. That's why I'm saving the subscribers for last. That's why I'm saving the subscribers for last, because I got something for y'all too. In general, right? In general. subscribers can be assholes. Or sometimes it don't even be subscribers. It be people that just happen to watch your video or whatever. Like viewers can be assholes. I'll say that. But content creators, I think, have a responsibility. I think that we have a responsibility to, one, be honest, hold ourselves accountable, and hold each other accountable. This is why I don't mind being hard on someone like Brittany, because I had a lot of respect for her. I have a lot of respect. I won't say had, past tense. I have a lot of respect for her. So if I respect you and I'm in a position to challenge what you're saying, I don't think that that's looking like a negative thing, right? Because I would invite you to do the same to me or for the whatever, toward me. The only person that can have a problem with it and it matter is the person that I'm like, whose content I'm reviewing. Because like I said, it's not about them. It's about the content. It's about the content. Nothing that nobody else has to say matters necessarily, right? Like we can have a conversation about it, but I don't want to jump ahead because I want to save the things that I have to say toward the subscribers for the last. Okay, so let's stick to Brittany. So she said people should not have to think about what they eat. Says the person that is already at or close to their goal. I don't know if she's at her goal or close to her goal. I don't know. I think that is, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but to project what will and will not work for people based on your own experiences is crazy to me. It is crazy to me. And like, we can say what we want as people. We can even say what we want as content creators. I just feel like as content creators, we have a bit more of a responsibility to back up what we're saying, right? Like a little bit. Like we have, like, that's why when I feel like people are saying the most ridiculous things, that is why I go so hard and my energy is so high. Because it's like you're confident in what you're saying, but with the slightest bit of pushback, I can guarantee you it will fall apart. With the slightest bit of pushback, I can guarantee you it will fall apart. And it's like people don't genuinely want that pushback. I guess nobody really wants pushback, but like when you put your stuff out there, your thoughts out there, sometimes we don't think it fully through. So like I said with the whole bitch thing, has somebody watched that and been like, I think that was inappropriate, they would have been right. Even though it wasn't my intention, they would have been right. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes we don't think things all the way through, which is why we're supposed to be open to criticism. Not disrespect. No, not disrespect, but we're supposed to be open to criticism so that we can self-reflect. When I'm pushing and I'm pushing and I'm pushing and I'm pushing, the whole point is because one, the content creator is not watching. So the next level is like if the content creator is watching, then the point is to get them to rethink their point and then come back with a better point. Or stand on their point and then dismantle my point. But if they're not watching, then it's up to the audience to say, you know what I mean? Like, okay, Vanity had the stronger point or the other person had the stronger point or whatever. Like, or that it doesn't quite make as much sense. But my objective is to push and push and push and push to prove a point that your point don't make no sense. And that's just how I am. And sometimes I'll even argue the opposite. Like, so let's get into, do I want to jump into echo chambers yet? Let me bring it up real quick. If I know I'm in an echo chamber, I'll purposefully argue the opposite. Not for the sake of arguing, but for the sake of breaking up the consensus. For the sake of breaking up the consensus. I've noticed a lot in these GLP-1 spaces, because not all one space, it gets treated as one, but no, there's multiple spaces. Everybody wants to be on the same page. And as soon as there's a little bit of dissent, it falls apart. And it's like, you know, a little bit of pushback is not the end of the world, right? Like a little bit of shit talking is not the end of the world. Talk shit back. You're the content creator. You're the one with the platform. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to let a bunch of people in the comments push you around. Now, I'm speaking from a point of view that I haven't had pushback yet. So maybe when I get it, I'll understand better. So I will put that out there that maybe I just don't get it. But it's also like, if I can gather that you're not used to people disagreeing with you, then I'm going to push very hard. Because if you're going to be that confident about your point and you're in a position of somewhat authority because people are looking to you as an influencer, you are responsible for the things that you say. And we're not going to always get everything right, but it's our responsibility to check ourselves, or if somebody else is doing the check-in, like, it's fine to say you can't check me. It's fine to say that. But am I wrong though? Like, Brittany could respond right now and be like, I don't care what she's talking about. She can't check me. But am I wrong though? Nicole says, I'm so close to goal and I still think about what I'm eating. Jen says, and do I dare say you have goal and then skinny goal? Brittany is skinty. I don't think it matters. Like, I don't really think it matters, right? Like, if a content creator gets to their goal and then keeps losing weight until they have no more weight to lose, that's on them. I don't think we can decide when it's too much weight. Even for someone like Amy and a half, or Amy and half, whatever her name is. Yeah, we can see with our eyes, like, ugh, like, you know, that's a lot of weight loss. But we can't, it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, who are we to judge somebody for how much weight they want to lose? All of this is subjective. Right? And we can have opinions on it. If you put it out there publicly, people get to say, hey, I think you lost too much weight. And you get to say, I don't give a fuck, if you really don't give a fuck. But I felt like Brittany was projecting her issues with calorie counting onto the masses because she couldn't figure it. She couldn't make it work for her. So her point is that nobody needs to do it. And to her comment, her response to Nicole, to say that just getting on the GLP-1, it will do the work for you, so you don't have to do the work. That is a incomplete thought. That is an incomplete thought. And she's treating it as if it's like complete. Because that gives the impression that no lifestyle changes are necessary. That gives the impression that all you need is intuitive eating and a little bit of time and a GLP-1. And that's just incorrect. You know that all her comments on her videos were agreeing with her? Yeah, we've seen that before. There wasn't one person that disagreed. She says she would delete comments. Maybe she deleted them. I don't speculate about whether a person deletes comments or not. She said she was going to delete comments. She said that. She said she was going to delete comments, so maybe she deleted them. But I mean, you know, I have a smaller channel. And because I mostly do live streams now, I don't get a lot of I don't get a lot of comments after the stream is finished. But if you look at my videos, my older videos, most of my comments are positive. I've never deleted a single comment. Not one. I've gotten some pushback and I used to respond to it, but now I'm just like, you know, if it's not disrespectful, let people rock. Everybody can get a Cloakster crash out, okay? But Cloakster try me. Hey, Cloakster, if you're around. So I just I don't necessarily react as much. But anyway, my point is, as content creators, I think we have a responsibility. I think we have a responsibility to be as honest with the audience as possible. And if we put a thought out there, and then say we're going to stand on it and die on it, that means there's no room for correction. That means there's no room for changing your mind. Like, when somebody says, I'm going to die on this hill, that means you are 1000% that you are correct. That means you are 1000% that you are correct and nobody can tell you nothing. And that doesn't leave much room for engagement. So that's why I push so hard. Some people may have felt like it was unnecessary. Oh, well. Like, that's not going to change. And I don't think we need to have this whole, like, Oh, people in the space need to do better. No, I don't. It means you are not teachable. Exactly, Holly. When you say, I don't care, I'm going to die on this hill, you're confidently wrong, and I'm going to kill you on that hill. That's how I feel. Oh, I have comment moderation, so you can't say certain words in the comments because people like, do you know how many people come into my vertical live streams like working very hard to spell out the N word, and I'm just like, I don't even block them. I just be like, you did a lot of typing to make that happen, and you had to subscribe to do it. So whatever. But on videos, I have certain words blocked that you can't say. But on the live stream, they be working real hard to spell it out, and I'm just like, are you done? Like, are you finished? Or are you done? Anyway, so people shouldn't have to think about what they eat. I disagree. I disagreed yesterday. I'm standing on that point. I don't see why the answer to one extreme is to go to the opposite extreme. So if a person is obsessing about everything that they eat, I don't, because people felt like I was missing the point about obsession. I'm like, I'm not missing it. I'm ignoring it because it's irrelevant. But let me address it now. If we're talking about the obsessive people, right? To give her further context. And a person is obsessing about what they put in their mouth. Why is the answer to not think about anything? That's just the opposite extreme. It's both ends are an extreme. To worry about everything and to worry about nothing, those are two extreme stances. Would you agree or disagree? Would y'all agree or disagree? If a person is worrying about everything and they swing to worrying about nothing ever, not thinking about anything ever, when it comes to their food intake, you don't think that's like, would you say that's like moving from one extreme to the next? Because that's how I see it. So she thinks she's so right and so correct to just tell people, you don't have, like, I feel bad for you for existing in this extreme of obsession when you don't have to. Just go to the other extreme and don't think about it at all because you have a GLP-1. That may be correct for some people, but I don't think it's correct for everybody. And I definitely don't think that it's correct for the people that are actively losing weight. And some people did push back in her comments and say that, like, hold on, I got to track my calories to make sure I'm eating enough. Now, to be fair, I don't necessarily like when people say that doesn't apply to everybody, not everybody, not everybody. The only reason I'm saying it, though, is because she cast the net to everybody. She said nobody needs to track calories. She said, I know y'all are going to say some people, Brittany, some people need to know. No, they don't. That's what she said. So there was no room for some. So since she cast the wide net to everybody, I'm just addressing it the way she laid it out. Right. I have that note next. So one extreme to the next is not necessarily the answer. Then she also said, if you have to think about it, your dose is not high enough. Oh God. It's like, did you talk this out with someone? Like, it's so offensive. I don't get offended easily, but it's so offensive. Like, the audacity is offensive to me. It is. The audacity is offensive to me because I'm like, you do realize that if you got into a conversation with a person that knows a little bit of anything, that stance would not stand up. There was no room for interpretation, and many tried to add their own when she says when she was clear. No one ever. It's plain and simple. I agree. That's why I was pushing back against I was pushing back against Jen, Michelle, and G's yesterday, because I'm like, I get what y'all saying, but y'all trying to add context to what she's saying, and I don't need to do all of that. She's being clear about what she's saying. So they were basically like, well, no, we don't agree with her. And I'm like, it's fine that you don't agree necessarily, but it was coming off This goes back to shit you shouldn't say out loud. Is that what you meant by like the dining table talk or something like that? Kitchen table talk? Uh, it like it wasn't that y'all would they would necessarily agreeing with her, but it did give y'all felt like my foot was on her neck a little too hard, and I didn't think it was. This is a song that never ends. So, this is why I wanted to talk about it while it was still fresh, because I didn't want to have to bring this up again next week. Um, but you know what? About shit that you shouldn't say out loud, if it's a good point, I can back you on it. Shit you shouldn't say out loud. Nobody should be obese. Being fat is unhealthy. But I can back that up. It's not about being superficial, or people's looks. I can back it up. Now, saying that no one should ever have to think about what they eat, and if they do, their dose is not high enough, you can't back that up. You can't back it up because it's not a good point. It's not a good point. It's not a good point. Do I think everybody needs to count calories? Absolutely not. In fact, I lean more toward fuck them calories. It was only when I started on the GLP-1 and I kept stalling out that I had to actively make an effort to track my food to make sure I'm eating enough. But even then, it's not necessarily about the calories. The calories are just a ballpark. It gives me a general idea about the amount of food that I need to not stall out. Because truth be told, like, quiet as kept, and Journey, I did see that video we posted in the community. I did watch it. Quiet as kept. People keep saying, people keep talking about a calorie deficit as if it matters. Reindeer, I did watch the Jason Fung video and he was spot on. This is a conversation you have when you have a meetup. My problem with Countess of Shopping. Hey, G's. I've been debunking steak the whole stream. You missed it. Too late. You can't save it. When she says she doesn't eat her first couple of days of her shot, you don't say, oh! You don't say that out loud. I keep thinking Jesus in Texas. He is in Pennsylvania, because when he said it was 8:30 earlier, I'm like, no, it's not in Texas. He's on the East Coast. Speaking of devil, it was a good video from Jason Fung. Opened my eyes about calories. But okay, so back to the point. So I was watching the video that Journey of Life posted in the community. If you haven't gotten a chance to see it, check it out. She mentioned something about, I agreed with what she was saying for the most part, but she did bring up something about a calorie deficit. And to that, I would say, like, I honestly just let people have the calorie conversation because it's almost pointless. But for those that want to know, the reality is that calories don't matter the way we talk about them. Do they technically matter? To some extent, yes. But do they matter in the capacity of which we are familiar with them? No. Okay? And is it worth talking about to the people that want to know? It is. But like, it's not something that's like, it's not the most important thing on a weight loss journey or weight gain journey or anything. Like, it's not the most important thing. It's like BMI. It's just a marker, but it's not to be taken literally or as a final, like, what would you call it? Like, as a final, like an end all be all is what I would say about calories. I think everyone needs to try and figure out what works best for them and their health, No one needs sugar. No one needs gluten, but some want it and uh cool, eat it then, but only if it works for you. I agree. Now when I'm trolling a little bit, I get very adamant about gluten and wheat because wheat is the devil. You heard Darlene. She said it, damn it. Wheat is the devil. Darlene is our Lord and Savior, okay? COS freaked me out when she said that catching the wave when she freaked me out when she said that catching the wave. I don't understand. Dr. Fun video. Tell me now. Delilah. Oh Lord. Journey. Oh God, Journey. Reindeer sent me several videos this week or last week. And one of them was a Dr. Jason Fung video talking about why calorie deficits don't actually exist. And it was a wonderful video. I have often said, how does your body know whether to store fat or burn it? The answer is not your calories. That is the simplest way I can put it. I promise you. This is talk about, remember we had the conversation about calories yesterday, and you asked, was it based on science, Delilah? And I said no. It was just math. But it wasn't even like math that works. Like, yeah, the numbers add up, but it doesn't actually work in practicality because the body isn't a 2+2 calculator. The body is more like calculus and biology and chemistry. Like it's all the things put together. And the body is much smarter than us. The fact that we think we can count out 2,000 calories a day and then subtract 500 per day for a week and lose exactly 1 pound that's not how the body works. It's not how the body works. That's not how the body works. Calories. If you cut your calories, will you lose weight? Yes, temporarily. Like the girl said in the video that Journey sent, temporarily. But eventually your body will figure it out and your body will start to burn less than you are consuming. Our bodies are smarter than us, yet we still insist. And this is the system. This is a part of like junk science and the medical industry just continuously getting this wrong, and it's so annoying. Like we get hooked on this is why I hate consensus. This is why I be throwing elbows like because I hate consensus. If everybody agrees, something is wrong. I'm not like being a troublemaker about this. I'm like, somebody's not considering something here. If everybody agrees and if everybody in the room is on the same page, somebody's not thinking something through here. Like there's an avenue here that didn't get considered. So this is why consensus shouldn't exist in science. Like, you're always supposed to be trying to prove yourself wrong, or somebody else is supposed to be trying to prove your thesis wrong or whatever. But we got way too much consensus, so we get stuck in a lot of bad ideas, and calories are one of those ideas. So with that being said, I used to be very, very anti-calorie counting. Now I'm like, it depends on the person. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to be the end all be all for your weight loss. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to, don't. That's what I say. I watched from behind to catch up first. Okay. It was awesome. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Dr. Fung video is 9 minutes. Video about calorie deficit should not exist. No, does not exist. I'm gonna find it when this live is over. Thanks, Reindeer. Dr. Fung talks about fasting. Yes, he does. Darlene. It was such a light bulb. Yeah. Okay, so back to my point. I've often talked about, how does your body know the difference between, like, how does your body know when to remove fat, burn it, let it go, versus store it? The answer is not calories. The answer isn't, oh, you ate 500 less calories. The body doesn't know how to calculate that. Your hormones are triggered to either burn or store. It's that simple. It's fucking hormones. It's that goddamn simple. Like, Dr. Fung is a nephrologist. He's a kidney specialist. So he gets the whole hormone situation, period. COS said, take your shot, ride the wave of not being hungry, and don't eat for a long time. Not good advice for beginners. Okay, so with that being said, my stance as a content creator is like one content creator to another, respectfully, that deserves to be called out, because there are going to be beginners. There are going to be people that come across that and think that that's a good idea, and they should hear the other side of it. That's what I feel. Um, I was eating 400 to 600 calories a day for 6 months and lost 0 pounds. Why would you do that? Oh my gosh. Um, I guess your timeout has finally expired. That was crazy. I think Reindeer's timeout been expired. Did it just expire today? Or it been expired, but she was missing the lives. If you haven't already, please like the stream. Okay. So the whole thing about the dose not being high enough was bogus. It was a bad point. Um, she thought she ate. She thought she ate with that point, and it's like you're not as correct as you think you are. Okay. Because you would have to account for the people that are on the 15 milligram. Then what do you tell them? But nobody said a word unless she deleted it. I did see a couple of people talk about how calorie counting goes both ways. Like, they needed to count calories. They disagreed with her because they needed to count to make sure they were eating enough on a GLP-1. Otherwise, they would undereat. I did see some people say that. But most people were agreeing with her. And I'm not about to sit there and read 50 comments of people agreeing with you. I'm not doing that. But echo chambers, right? Um, if I notice that everybody's on the same page, I'm going to take the opposite stance 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. It was from, wait, RD owes me a block off the YouTube streets. What's RD? I never know what y'all talking about, like with the acronyms. Um, Delilah says it was from being so sick I couldn't stay awake to eat more or do a damn thing. When I had a horrid case of walking pneumonia, not intentional, but David would make me drink shakes. Did it help? Did the calories help? G says, to address your earlier question, a shady creator asked another male creator a question in an attempt to debunk my point of view on a topic in a way that I didn't actually ask, and they didn't say your name, which I'm assuming, and which I would consider shady. Like, I don't. I have been on channels and heard them talk about things that I specifically talked about over here. Yes, we all share the same space and some of the topics are going to overlap, but we all have our own uniqueness, right? And I think, like, each person's uniqueness is obvious to the viewers. So if your uniqueness starts to be reflected somewhere else, people are going to notice. And I'll leave that at that. Now, what we talked about before, I see as a man, I'm not a man, but we talked about, because I was like, well, why wouldn't you, hell, people talking about you, but I get it. It's a group of women, and as a man, you wouldn't want to seem like a bully. But like I said, I come from a school of thought with, all right, you're going to get what you're looking for. And not like, all right, I don't listen. Whatever. Equal opportunity. But I respect you trying to, keep it together. When you was ready. When I was reading, when I was reading the comments. Oh, reindeer. Okay. RD reindeer. Oh my God, I'm so bad at that. And I'm the old lady. It made me feel a little better, but I'd go back to sleep. Oh, okay. So, that's effed up, Greg. So yeah, that. Yeah, I thought the dose thing was a bad point. I keep getting sidetracked from it, but I thought it was a bad point. And I would really like somebody to push back on it, but I haven't. Nobody has done it yet, so you never know. But I thought that was a bad point, so I'm standing on my stance on that. And then her dying on the hill, we talked about that. That means you can't be proven wrong. And then the whole uh mental health factor. I think that she was hiding her true feelings behind, like, trying to make it seem like she was concerned about people's mental health, which I really don't think she was. And this is coming from a person that like actually likes her. I feel like she really wanted to say what she was saying, but to soften the blow, she was kind of like making it seem like it was a genuine concern for people's mental health, but I don't think it was genuine at all. Um because that's what people do when they're making a point that they know people are going to push back on. They try to soften the blow and kind of like disguise what they are saying with an overall point of like, I just want people to take better care of themselves, which would be a good point. I just don't think that's what she was really aiming at. So projection, echo chambers, forgetting where you came from. I feel like a lot of content creators lose weight and then forget where they came from. So they forget the work that they had to put in. They forget the struggles. They feel like they can tell people about themselves. They feel like they could talk down to people. They could tell people what's right and what's wrong. When really we're all just here to share our journeys and educate a little bit. We can't really tell nobody shit. We can't really tell nobody shit. You know what I mean? Um, and I felt like she was coming off as if she knew more than her audience when she don't. I don't know what it is with these affiliates. I don't know what it is with these affiliates, but they start getting beside themselves because they become gurus. Like Holly, where have you been on my GLP-1 life? Like, you be on it. They become gurus, and I'm just like, you realize we're just content creators, right? Like, people look to us with some people. Some people are just like, we're regular people. You gonna stop with that right here, baby. You said that yesterday. I was like, what? But anyway, so, oh my God. They become gurus. And to me, it's a little bit of like taking advantage of your audience's trust or taking advantage of your position as like some level, like taking advantage of your influence. I feel. But like I said, people get so used to telling their audience what they want to hear, and then they start to like try to sneak in stuff that they really feel, and because you've created an echo chamber, the audience ain't having it. See the difference is like, I'm not saying other people have to be this way. I'm just saying like with my space, which is why I doubled down on, I think it was Felicia, who, I'm sorry if I'm getting the wrong person that left the comment, but the comment that was made yesterday about in my space or in this space being able to actively disagree. The reason that I doubled down on that is because that makes me so confident in like making the stances that I make, because I'm not going to be so easily offended by disagreement or by dissent. I could have 3, 4, 5 people at once agreeing with each other in the chat and not feeling what I'm saying, and I'm like, so like, I hear y'all, but you not making a better point. Okay, whatever, make a better point. And then at the end of it, I still love everybody. I still love you guys. Oh my God, don't leave me. Oh my gosh, don't leave. But like, I was laughing when I was listening back to my stream. I was like, yo, I am a effing fool, because like some of y'all was saying certain stuff and I was like, so? But I don't mean, it's not personal. I don't mean anything by it. I'm like literally in the moment when I'm making a point and you say something to counteract my point, but I feel like it's a moot point. I'm not fake. I'm gonna tell you I don't care. Like, not that I don't care, but I'm gonna tell you like, okay, so like, okay, you're telling me that because what? Okay, affiliate guru. I take it back. You can talk down to me, Delilah, because you are the now affiliate guru of Mochi, okay? You can tell us that we don't know what we're doing over here. Oh no, listen, if you go to Eli Lilly, you better bring me with you. I am a total groupie, okay? As long as they don't make me lie. If they make me lie, then I can't do it. But I will pom for them. Just don't make me lie. Like, you can't make me lie, but don't ask me to lie. You know what I mean? Don't ask me to lie, but I will pom pom for them if they gave me the opportunity. Uh, but yeah, like y'all be pushing back, and I'll be like, and what you trying to prove your point? Like make your point. But that's the spirit of debate in me, right? Like it's not personal to the person I'm responding to. It's just my energy in general, right? Like if I'm saying something and I think I'm making a good point, I could be completely wrong. But if I think I'm making a good point and you counteract my point, but your point don't make more sense than my point, or it don't like make my point less valid, then I'm gonna be like, okay, so what you telling me that for? Um, we love you, Vanity. We know how to take your harshness. We just ignore your tone and keep pushing. Oh my gosh, Jeez was like, Jeez was like, you can't take Vanity too literally. You just gotta let it. You just gotta let it go. Cause he gets it. But that's what I'm saying. You guys get it. Like I'm not worried about y'all. I'm literally not. Like that's why I'm so comfortable. But to newer people, I always try to like give them a disclaimer. Like don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm a fool. But Jesus was like, you just gotta you can't take it too literally, because if you start following her down the rabbit hole, she gonna pull your leg. And will that is a 100% accurate. Like the more you dig, the more I'm a poke and prod until your point is stronger. Combative nature, you think that's what it is? Tommy says I just want to be right, but I'm not always right. So I had this in my notes, right? I will concede. You just gonna work hard for it if you care. Remember on Stereo, Jen, when we was talking to the dude with the baby mama, the dude that was complaining about his baby mama? I spent like an hour trolling him about that, maybe 2. And he just kept coming. He just kept coming. And I'm like, my point is better than yours, so you're not gonna get through. Like you're like, if you want me to, because he wanted me to back down, and I'm like, if you want me to back down, you got to make a stronger point. He just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and I'm like, you just got to make a stronger point. I will concede. If you make a better point, I will concede. And by the end of it, he's like, this is the most fun. He was like, this is the most fun conversation that I've ever had on this app. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm good at this. I don't got time to just be agreeing with everybody. Like, that's boring. That's boring. Like, that's boring. And I'm not saying I don't want collaboration. I'm not saying that. I feel like my conversation with Tanya was really good. It's not that I don't want collaboration. I just don't. Nobody asked, I mean, or my interview with Lori. Wonderful. I don't mind collaboration. But if we are in a battle of positions or battle of points, I'll concede, but you're going to have to work real hard for it. You're going to have to work real hard for it. Having worked in IT forever, practically every technical discussion was a Wait, Sydney, you work in IT? I feel like you've told me this, and I should know this already. I work in cybersecurity, but I'm oftentimes the only woman, so but I think it's in, I mean, my zodiac sign is the Ram. I am very like bullheaded and hard-headed, and I'm not always right, but I'm firm in my stance. And if I don't make sense and you can show me that I don't make sense, I will back down from my point. But you're going to have to work hard to make the better point. That's all. So when I'm like reacting to someone's content and I'm high energy, and it seems like I'm beating them down, it's not about them. I'm attacking the points, not them. Never attacking a subscriber, a content creator. There's no need for that. But my approach is, if you was bold enough to say it, you bold enough to stand on it. And if you demand to die on it, I'm gonna make sure you die on it. Okay, so I didn't ask y'all. Do y'all feel like she died on her hill or what? I didn't ask. Do y'all feel like she died on her hill? or her point was pretty solid. Because to me, her point was so bad, she was dead on her hill before I even had to say anything. Mind you, I didn't go seeking that video out. I just, it was mentioned. So, she would never correct herself. Because she doesn't have the pushback to do it. Like somebody would have to push back and push back effectively, because like Nicole tried to push back and she's like, but that's not what I said. See, if you could, like, you could do that shit with a subscriber, but you can't do that with someone that has a channel. You can't do that with someone that has a, she can't just be like, oh, that's not, I mean, she could just say that's not what I said, but it's like, I have the power to play back what she said. Nicole is not going to go do that. People in her comments aren't going to go do that. So it's like, this is why I don't bother, because apparently I get blocked. This is why I don't bother. This is why with the comments, I don't bother. I don't bother because you know something else I noticed? I've noticed, and this is just me. There's no shade here, but if somebody feels like there is, they could feel free to point it out or something. But I have noticed that there are content creators with large channels that see everybody around me but me. Allegedly, supposedly. That acknowledge everybody around me. Not everybody, but a lot of people around me but me. And I'm like, I'm not invisible. Nor do I care. But it's an observation. It's something that I see. It's something that I see. So if I go to people's channels commenting, one, they're going to act like they don't know who I am, for one. Or, like I said, I'm blocked. So they're never going to see the comment. So it doesn't make a difference. Like, I don't get why it was such a big deal to address what she said. Like you said it in a respectful, agree to disagree type of way. I don't get why it was such a big deal to address what she said. What Brittany said, it wasn't. What happened was, I was watching one of Jesus' shorts, and I think he felt like people were being hard on her or misunderstanding her. And I wanted to know, because I'm like, oh, I like Brittany. I want to know, like, who's being hard on her. But before I got a chance to watch the video, Jen watched it and said, I watched the video. It might be worth reviewing. So I kind of just like reacted to it in my following live. Like I said, technically nobody's content is necessarily worth reacting to unless it's put in front of me. So if somebody mentions it, like, hey, this might be worth it, or what do you think about this, then I'll do it. Now what happens after that is just kind of on the spot. Like, y'all see my reaction in real time. So a lot of the videos I don't vet before I respond to them. I feel like she rolled down it since the 10 toes down. Since the 10 toes were down solid, as per Nicole's response. I still can't believe you got blocked. Who got blocked? Who got blocked? V got blocked. IT management forever. Now only part-time counseling. Oh, okay. We have your back. I know. I'm not tripping, y'all. I'm not tripping. Listen, like, God, I've been name dropping G's all stream. Like G says, the people that are supposed to be here are here, so I'm chilling. I'm cool. I'm okay. The people, like, honestly, the same 10 to 15 people that come every stream and comment and support, like, if I never got another subscriber, that would be enough. Even the people that don't comment but watch in the clouds because they just like the content, they're just not into to speaking up, even them, it would be enough. It would be enough if I never got another subscriber. Like, it would be enough. Like, making money on YouTube ain't as easy as people think it is. Like, I don't make no money on YouTube. Like, being monetized don't automatically guarantee you any level of income. Plus, there's like 2 levels to monetization. There's where the subscribers can send you super chats, thank yous, gifts, all of that. Uh, Merch store, all of that, and then there's the AdSense level. I, I don't get enough views to make no money. I mean, now don't I'm not dismissing y'all like donations and super chats and stuff. That stuff means a lot to me. So that yes, like when people support with super chats and stuff like that, and then the membership, yes. Um, and YouTube is funny. Like you don't get that stuff right away. But that's all like just love and support. But as far as like real money on YouTube, it's not as easy as people think it is. Um, so I can never be accused of doing anything for money. Um, Maybe we need to stop addressing other people's videos. I thought about that, and I did a members only live about that. Did I do a members only live about it? Or did we were we live? We talked about that. We talked about that journey, and y'all told me no. I said that. I was like, I think it was after the whole therapy situation. The whole therapy situation. This didn't backfire. To be clear, you don't gotta have a million views, but you gotta have a lot of them. At least like 15,000 plus, 20,000 plus to make good money. But and consistently those views. This didn't backfire, but to address that point, I thought about that when we did the whole therapy situation. Everybody needs therapy. I was like, maybe I should just not respond to people. Like, not respond, but like, maybe I should just not react. But when I did talk about it, a lot of people, I don't remember which stream it was, but a lot of people were like, no, like, what's the problem or whatever? It's not that big of a deal. Cause it's not. Um, and secondly, about it backfiring, I felt the same way. I'm like, I feel like people are getting the impression that I'm picking on them. And I'm not. I like all of these people. I have only done reactions to people that I actually like. It just, well, except that doctor, that doctor that be talking about shit about Ozempic. I don't like him. But one, I've only reacted to people that have been requested that I react to them. Just because I like you don't mean I'm gonna be fake. Just because I like your channel don't mean I'm gonna be fake. That's how I feel. I'm not gonna be fake just because I like your channel. Members only would be best for those reactions. So the ultimate like decision was, Journey, I don't give a fuck like that. The decision was like, I felt bad at first, like maybe I should just stop doing these types of videos. But at the end of the day, who gonna check me? Cause I'm not doing anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally not doing, like, I got blocked for no reason. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not disrespecting nobody. I am just reacting to videos that my subscribers want to see me react to. Period. Period. Okay. Have a good night, Nicole. Like, period. Who said no? I don't remember who it was. It probably was you, Journey. I don't remember. But some people was like, no, what's the problem? So what I decided to do was stop tagging people. That's what I decided to do. Like, okay, I'll do the video, but I'm not going to tag anybody because I'm not trying to get their attention. I would tag people so that they would know and not feel like I'm being shady or misrepresenting them. And then they could say, hey, that's not accurate. And I could invite them to the stream. But I'm not tagging people no more. I'm not tagging people no more. Cindy says, Vanity, your channel simply appeared on my timeline and it was one of your lives. Watched it and then jumped out of the clouds one day to comment. That's a lot of people's experience. Like, there are people that take a while to come out of the clouds. So that's why I try to give them a big welcome. It wasn't a big deal, but people are getting butthurt for no reason. Ask me if I care. I cared at first. I don't care now because, like I said, I opened up the platform for anybody to critique or criticize. They could, I don't know. I don't really care though. Maybe giving them too many eyes in a good way. Like me, I don't even get that many views. I get like 200-300 views on those video, like those live streams. Like when it's not a vertical, when it's a stream yard, like the vertical has a different reach. When it's a stream yard and I do a live reacting to someone's content, I get 150, maybe 300 views. I think the Countess one might have the most views. I think it's like over 300 now. It's not even a lot of views. So it's like, and people aren't really commenting. There was one person that commented on a Countess stream saying that Countess is facts based, and that she always tells her weight. She always says she's within 10 pounds. Basically contradicting everything I said, and I just hearted the comment. I ain't say nothing. Um, who gonna check me? Yeah, who gonna check me? For real. On a longer form video, pretty much to make tens of thousands of dollars a month, you gotta be in the millions of views. Oh, I'm not okay. I don't care. uh Vanity, I find it hard to find your name, your YouTube name. Vertical live streams do attract trolls. Uh it's a different, it's like a different algorithm. It's a different reach. Um this is all the Hello Kitty I got though. Where did I get this from? I think I got it from Sheen. This is all the Hello Kitty I got. I was in Dollar General earlier and I saw some Nightmare Before Christmas. Well, okay, they were Nightmare Before Christmas because that would be a branding problem. But they had Jack Skellington on the pajamas and I almost got them, but I'm like, no, I want to get some like really good ones. Um Always gives me some random channels. Let's see. Tell me exactly what you type in, Journey, and I'll try it on my end just to see what happens in real time. I'm curious. Do you type in it's vanity? Do you do at vanity reigns? Give me an example of like what you would type in, and I'll try it on my end. 10 pounds of what? Who said 10 pounds? Did I say something about 10 pounds? Depending on the niche. Yeah. Unless you're getting thousands of views, you can kiss getting paid on YouTube goodbye, other than donations. It's vanity. Okay. You didn't put the apostrophe, so I'm gonna try that and see what happens. This is what came up. Now it said, did you mean it's vanity with a Y? But no, I didn't. It came up. But the quickest, like would like an even more accurate way would be my handle, would which would be a sign vanity reigns, vanity with an I, of course. So that's the way to get exactly, so like to my channel. Whereas if you do it's vanity, YouTube is gonna get give you what they think you meant. Um, and apparently there's already uh see, now there my channel pops up at the top if you do add vanity reigns. Now apparently there is a vanity reigns with a Y, but they don't, it's not a channel, it's just a page that somebody made. That ain't me, so I don't know what that is. Why do the verticals have a different reach? It definitely attracts trolls, and and the later it is, the more trolls. Remember when I was in a when I was at the cottage, Sydney? Sydney was fighting for her life in this chat. Oh my god. Oh, I need to log out and try. Okay. Hold on. Because have y'all ever scrolled on the verticals? Have y'all ever scrolled up to see what kind of mess is on these verticals? I couldn't believe it. Let me show y'all what happens. It's so delicious when you drunk. Let me show you. Trauma. And then I just I don't want to kick you out. I learned a lot more. Because it's shenanigans. There's just a lot of people. There's a lot of people watching verticals. There's a lot of people watching verticals. And it is incredibly diverse. Like, I mean, all over the world. It is insane. I didn't know that when I first started. I didn't even know YouTube had verticals until I seen another YouTuber in a different space do it. Oh, log out and try. Okay, hold on. Switch accounts. Oops. Um, hmm. I actually don't know how to log out. I don't know how to log out. Let me see. I have a couple of dummy accounts that aren't actually channels. They're just other email addresses that I signed up for YouTube with. Um, oops. Okay, one of my old videos came up. I'm not sure. If you do, it's vanity. Oh, well, let me take away the apostrophe because you didn't put the apostrophe. Hold on. Because in my actual YouTube name, I have the apostrophe. Yeah, it still came up. I'm not sure. And I don't know. I just switched accounts and I don't really know how to log out. More account options. Sign out. Tap your profile picture. More. Yeah, I have no idea how to sign out. Tap your profile picture. Tap at the top, tap your name, manage accounts. Manage accounts. Oh. Weird. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I'm sorry. uh but yeah, I'm sorry it's hard to find me. I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix it. Oh, they still can't find you? Yeah, that sucks. I looked for your channel when my sister was here, couldn't find it. Then my kids iPad, same thing. Oh wow. I don't know. You know what? Maybe it's because I'm not uploading enough videos, so it's not easy for the algorithm to find me. I don't know. It's easy reach. Well, the thing about easy reach is that those subscribers aren't guaranteed to watch your content, so it can mess up your numbers. That happened to me. Um I do the verticals because it's easier to reach the people that I already know are going to show up. But what happened when I started going live more so than uploading is that YouTube split my audience. So the people that were regularly watching uploads didn't necessarily watch the lives. And I started getting new people that were into the lives. So now when you look at my views, only the people that are really into the lives are the views that I get. And the people that are used to the pre-uploads is kind of like, because there were a lot of people also watching that weren't subscribed, and I've fallen out of their algorithm. I've fallen out of their recommended. People have been commenting on my videos like, "Oh my god, I just found you again. I used to watch you. YouTube stopped recommending you." It's because I started going live. Just flipped up and ran back here. Oh, apostrophe or not, couldn't find you, girl. And I'm thinking that's why you and Delilah doesn't have many people on your channel. YouTube is a hater. Well, I mean, oh, they come. I upload 3 a week and I do 1 live a week at the exact same time every upload, but mine is incredibly hard to find. It's out of charge. Good night, Journey of Life. I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, so wait, hold on. I got a message to the subscribers too. Hold on. Y'all distracted me. Okay, so I finished up with Brittany, right? So my approach toward Brittany is just my approach. It's not personal toward her. Actually, it wasn't approach toward her. It was approach toward her message or toward her video, toward her idea. Okay, it was about the point that she was making, and not necessarily about her. To clear that up. So if that's anyone's like if that's not anyone's speed and you feel like I'm just not being nice enough, then I would just encourage to lean more toward the content when I'm more of the energy that vibes with you. Um what about the new hype option? What does that do for the channels? I have no idea. I have no clue. When do y'all try it? I don't know. Hype the video. I don't know what it does. Maybe it gives it more reach. I have no idea. Uh Now, here's my dear subscribers portion, okay? Don't get triggered, guys. Oh wait, I forgot about the responsibility of content creators. So just to wrap up, I feel like the content creators have a responsibility, like I said, to be honest and to remember that we are influencing, whether we want to influence or not, whether we intend to influence or not, we are. So it's our duty to be responsible with that privilege, right? So to any subscribers, right? Or to any viewers that may not be subscribed, when I am reacting to someone or responding to someone, it could be a commenter. It is never personal. Like, I know my energy be on one sometimes, but it's not personal. It's not. Like some people have already said, y'all get it. Y'all know my energy. Y'all are not offended by it. But there are a lot of people that may not get it. Um, like I said, I'm gonna stand firm until you make a better point. Cloakster, okay? I need to stop picking on Cloakster. They didn't do anything to me lately. But yeah, I'm gonna stand firm until a better point is made. So if you're not into debate, then I guess I'll try to keep in mind that not necessarily everything has to be a debate. But here's the thing, right? If I can keep that in mind, that not necessarily everything has to be a debate. What I don't like and what I don't care for or don't want is for people to come to my channel or to come into my live streams trying to change my energy. Don't do that. Like, this is for anybody. Don't try to change my energy, because my energy is my energy. Now, do y'all impact me and influence me? Yes, right? But what I don't like is when I'm doing my thing and people try to redirect my energy or my strategy because they feel like I could be doing it differently or better. No. You can go create a channel and do things the way that you want to do them, and let me do things the way that I want to do them. Okay? It's very simple. And like I said, if this is not the live stream for you or the particular video for you, then I will catch you on the next one. But like, don't come to really anybody's channel, but I must speak for mine. Don't come to my channel trying to tell me how to feel or how to react to something or how to respond to something or how to not respond to something or what's worth it or what's not, whatever. If I'm reacting to it, I'm reacting to it. And if it's not your speed, catch you on the next one. If I'm turned up, then I'm turned up. Don't come into the chat trying to turn me down. And also, like, I get that subscribers rock with who they rock with as content creators, but you can't protect content creators. Like, we are putting ourselves out here publicly, so we are up for grabs for anybody. Subscribers can't protect us. Like, we can only protect ourselves to some extent, right? But like I said, we put stuff out here publicly. So people will go into different places windmilling for content creators. And that's how you put yourself in the line of fire, right? I wouldn't recommend it. No need to go to nobody's channel windmilling on my behalf, because if somebody was to come to my channel windmilling on somebody else's behalf, I'm going to tell you, fuck you. And it wasn't even supposed to be like that. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's grown. Everybody has their own thing. Everybody can defend themselves. Everybody can fend for themselves. Everybody can stand on their own points. Don't go around the space windmilling for people. Don't. Unless you want to create a channel and then do your thing. But especially don't demand someone respond in the way you want them to. It's not cool. Exactly. Like, and I'm just putting my foot down about it because I'm gonna tell you I don't want to hear it. Like, and it's not that I don't like you. It's not that I don't care about you. It's not that I'm being mean to you. I'm gonna tell you I ain't trying to hear that shit right now. If I'm in the middle of a crash out or just a firm response, whatever it is, and you come into my space trying to redirect that or change it, I'm gonna tell you I don't want to hear that shit. Windmilling me. That's a windmill. Just swinging wild with your head down. You're not even looking. You just that's windmilling. So windmilling metaphorically in someone's chat is like if I say something about Britney's video, someone that really, really likes Britney comes to my chat telling me how wrong I am and really trying to defend her. But it's like, that's not your place. Like, just sit back and enjoy the content or don't. You can't come over here windmilling and trying to take me down to defend somebody else that can defend themselves. Because I'm not going to do that. And I don't suggest anybody do that on my behalf. Now, if you want to speak up for a person, sure. Like, I don't think that's what they meant or whatever, but keep it. Welcome to V's TED Talk. How long have you been listening, Tigger? I'm just saying, did you see my windmill? Did you see it? Delilah, it's not funny. That's a windmill. Swapping them roaches away. Yeah, that's what it is. I can't do it because my phone is too close, but just imagine like my whole arm's doing it. But anyway, windmilling. Like I think that just leave me alone. That's all I'm trying to say. Just leave me alone. And she's TED talking. Just leave me alone. Like, just let me do what I'm doing, right? Like, but I will respect if someone feels like I'm crossing a line. I will hear that out. I will hear you out. You can push back. You can argue. You can do what you want to do. But just don't try to change the way I do shit, cause it ain't happening. I've had my moments of reconsidering the way that I do things because of how other people feel. Those days are over. It's over. I'm not gonna be fake. Like I said, plenty of people say they like me because I'm genuine, real, not trying to toot my own horn, but being fake is just too much energy. It really is. Like, it's tiring. Even talking about it is exhausting. Y'all been doing a great job liking the stream. 46 likes. And I haven't really even been plugging the likes like that. So thank y'all so much if you haven't already liked the stream. People are here because of who you are. Jen, thank you for saying that. And I agree. But there have been times where I have been on social media being very good at what I do, which is talk and talk and talk and talk. And I have forgotten that point that you just made. And I have let people bully me into changing the way that I do things, or just bully me out of creating content at all. We've talked about this before. That's why I don't trust nobody. Was it you, Jen, that was like, I wouldn't want to like not trust. I would want to be open. Was it you that said that? I can't remember. Look, it's okay for you to say your piece the way you want on your channel. And that's that. Yeah, I agree. I'm telling you, like, some people be like, look, I think you should just, look, sometimes we just need to, look, I think everybody just needs to, I'm going to tell you I don't want to hear that shit. But I love you, though. And Jen, like, in my heart, I feel that way. But on the surface, I feel the need to be very protective of myself because I've seen too much fakeness. Not necessarily in this space. I'm not around enough to see it here. But I have been I've been in spaces before with lots of people on social media. And when you're good at what you do, people ice you out, people pick on you, people try to change the way that you do things, sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly, and I'm just not with that shit. I'm not with it. I ain't changing shit unless I feel like changing it. That's it. That's all. I ain't changing a motherfucking thing unless I feel like it, or unless the rules on YouTube change or some shit. That's it. So ain't no problems, ain't no beef, ain't no nothing. But that's my message to the subscribers or the cloud watchers or whatever. I love you all. I appreciate you all. That's why I keep coming on here, especially on my no day, because I didn't want to talk about this like a week from now. You know what I mean? I didn't even want to talk about it tomorrow. I enjoy doing the follow-up after I'm turned, so that people can see, like, I'm capable of bringing it down. That don't mean I feel any different. Like what is it? My stance is exactly the same as yesterday. My energy is just different. I'm way quieter. I'm way more turned down, way less emotional, and my stance is exactly the same. So I just wanted to, but I do like reflecting just in case I'm like, oh, I was kind of hard about that. I'll be feeling bad, y'all. I'll be feeling bad. I'll be like, oh my God, like nobody can tell me anything. I think 12 of them clouds are asleep. We had like 30 some people in here at one point, and they just don't be talking. I really like, I wish people would talk more. Oh my gosh, where are you guys? I think G's went back to the clouds. Tigger was up there watching the whole time. I think, I don't know. Nicole might have fell asleep. Oh no, Nicole said goodnight. So some people be falling asleep. So it's going on 1:00. I estoy loca, but respectfully, fuck you. I'm just playing. Delilah said, "Let me translate for V. F you all. If it gotta be like that." It's almost like I got to get ahead of it. Just so we're in case anybody was unclear, like, don't make me say it. You know what I mean? Like, don't put me in a position where I got to be like, I ain't trying to hear that shit, or fuck you. Like, the fuck you is going to be if you come over here windmilling for somebody that don't need you to windmill for them. And like, but fuck you don't mean you got to leave. Fuck you means just like, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. I don't give a fuck about you trying to fight on somebody else's behalf. But you can still enjoy the stream, but just fuck what you're talking about. Good night, reindeer. And that's pretty much it. So does everyone want to start saying good night? What do you guys think about my reflection? Did I do a good job? Did I do a good job? I'm glad G's got a chance to watch, because I was saying his name, but his live was so good and so many of the points overlapped. I don't know what it's like to be a man and have a bunch of women coming for you. Ooh. This 1% is holding on for dear life. Jenny of life, we love you. We love you. This was fun. Jen, we be lit. We be lit. But members only. You know, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna go. You know what I am avoiding though? I am avoiding what G's felt the need to do earlier, which is like he felt the need to address something, but he couldn't fully address it because, like we talked about, with him being a man and he's gonna look like a bully. I'm not addressing a motherfucking thing until I'm ready to take off, which I'm not trying to at all. But you know what's crazy? Even as a woman, I feel like I would look like a bully. If I address a bunch of subliminals or sort of kind of shit, people gonna look at me like I'm crazy, and I don't want to put myself in that position because a lot of us share subscribers. Like, y'all be everywhere. Y'all are incredibly diverse. So what I look like doing a stream about being blocked and quote unquote coming for a person for blocking me, which is stupid. I would never do that. But just hypothetically, right? Like, and it's just like, okay. Like, so I don't say shit. I just If you know, you know. You don't, you don't. We need to get into our membership only bag. Yeah, because I'll be like, I'll be like, yeah, I'll be like, let me shut the fuck up because I don't want to throw no subliminals. I don't. I really don't. I don't want to go down that subliminal rabbit hole. Like, I ain't saying shit until I'm ready to say your name, if ever. Have a good week. Are you on a new house sit? If so, how many animals are here? Hold on, Sydney, before you go. Hold on, give me just a second. Roxanne. Roxanne. Hey girl. Where you at? Come on, girl. Come on, girl. I am. Come on, girl. Ooh. I am caring for a grizzly bear. Come on. Do y'all see her? There's your answer. This is the reason. She is the reason why I have to wash the quilt that's actually in the wash right now. I need to go put it in the dryer. This grizzly bear jumped on the bed. This grizzly bear jumped on the bed and got fur everywhere. Now, this quilt was supposed to be laid down first before she got on the bed, but I forgot to put it down. So she got fur all over my blanket and I had to go put it in the wash. Um, but yeah, I'm at a new house sit. This place was my very first house sit, so I've always enjoyed it. So when they call, I come. If I'm not booked, I come. Look. And then she started getting beside herself. She starts to like gear up to sit in my lap. Girl, you too big for that. You are too big for that. Look, 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 look. Look, she keep getting closer. She trying to get look, 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 look. Look at she's trying to gear up to put her whole body into my lap and I refuse. This dog has to be like 60, 70 pounds, 80 pounds or something like that. She's a huge baby. She's a huge baby. She's a huge baby. When I first saw her, my very first house sit, I was like, what the hell did I get myself into? What is this giant brown bear that I agreed to care for? Hi, mamush. Hi, mamush. She thinks she's about to sleep in here, but she's not. I just invited her in here to show y'all. Hey, mamas. Hello. So yeah, I'm here until Thursday, and then I'm going to care for some cats back in Raleigh, Durham next week. But yeah, so Journey is not the only one with a dying phone. My phone's on 10%. Hello. You were laughing at the name Roxanne, Jen. She is. She's very precious, but she's a huge baby. Like if I was laying back against the headboard, she would try to climb into my lap, but she's huge. She is huge. So I love coming to care for her. I do. I do. She's a good girl. Damn it, Johnny. Damn it, Johnny. I gotta bring this closer. Hello. Hello. I don't have a blanket now because of you. So thank you for asking, Sydney, because I forgot. I wanted to show her. I kicked her out during the stream. Well, before the stream started. No, I ain't got no blanket. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So thank y'all for tuning in. We are definitely going to get into our members only bag because since I gifted out some memberships, I want to I want to give people some incentive to like actually get the full membership when their membership expires, their gifted membership. So we're going to get into our membership only bag. Now, technically the Venetian tier and higher are the tiers for the members only live streams. But because I didn't have a lot of members, I was just doing it for all tiers. But technically the Just Vain tier is members only chats. So like if I was to set this chat to members only, all the members would be able to comment. But when I do a live stream, it's technically for the I'm sorry, the Venetian tier and higher. So as I get more members, I'm gonna start. I'm sorry, I feel bad saying this, but I'm gonna start enforcing the actual privileges of the tiers so that people have incentive to pick the tier that they want to be on. That horse is adorable. Oh, it's your pony. It's a brown pony. Um, she's and it's so hard to kick her out. It's so hard to kick her out. Like this was risky business asking her to come in here so that y'all can see her. This was risk because then it breaks my heart when I'm like, okay, time to go. Like it's hard. It's hard. But she takes up so much space. I cannot sleep with this animal. I cannot sleep with this. Look at this. Look at this. I can't sleep with this. This she takes up. This is a king size bed, and she takes up a third of it. I can't. I can't deal. I can't deal. All right. So we'll get into our members only bag. Um, Nothing will be changing. Like the show must go on. So thank you for all of your support, and I expect you guys to let me know if y'all feel like I'm being out of pocket. Okay. Um, she looks like Lola. I want to see Lola. Well, I mean, I've seen a picture, but I want to meet Lola. Um, Big baby. Does Lola sleep with you? This dog not about to sleep with me. Some of the smaller dogs I let them sleep with me, but this one right here, when I first came to house sit, we took a nap together, and it was the cutest thing. But I'm like, you are huge. What is happening? She has a lot of drool, a lot of slobber. Gross. Girl, she got butthurt in downsizing Diva stream for indirectly helping her realize she's not a turtle. Turtle. Um, Wait, how y'all started talking about Rita? What happened? Um, who brought up Rita? Oh, I don't know. Why would that make anyone but hurt? Oh, she sleeps with you. Oh, that's so cute. I let the smaller dogs sleep with me. The smaller ones. I had the best cuddle buddy. That pug was the best cuddle buddy, but until it was time for me to roll over, then it was like, man, like I need you to go on and get a life. Um Reading those comments was funny. Reading those comments from that stream was funny. I thought more people would have a problem with that, but I'm glad nobody made a big deal about that. But it was funny about the whole. I mean, it was funny because I just felt like everybody should take a load off. Not that anybody did anything wrong. It was just you know, the whole person being like, "I'm out." It's YouTube. Like you don't have to let people run you out of chats, which they weren't trying to do. But Journey of Life saying I need to go moderate Vanity's channel took me out. Why did I think that was so funny? I thought it was funny. I did. I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. Dip. I thought it was funny. Do y'all feel like I'm gonna ask y'all one question and I'm gonna go because my phone is on 7%. Actually, let me take you to the other. I'm gonna take you to the other part. Bed. She probably can't see it because oh, you got hair in my coffee. She probably can't see it because it's unlisted. So only the people with the link can see it. But if Delilah wants the link, I can give it to her. It was a long stream though. She's probably not gonna want to. But basically, Delilah, if you're interested, I went back through DD's stream and reviewed the comments because Jen and them was in there bullying people. Oh, I only said that so Jen knows. Okay. But okay, so here's the question I was gonna ask. When y'all have multiple people live at once, no, that's not the question. The question I want to ask is, speaking of shadiness, do y'all feel like it's shady when like multiple content creators are live at once? Because I don't be knowing who's live. Uh, but I've heard it. Well, no, I haven't heard it mentioned before. But like, Do you feel like content creators should account for when other people are going live so they don't go live at the same time? Because my answer is no. I don't care about none of that. Yeah, we about to leave, Holly. I just keep bringing stuff up. Oh, and I was showing this horse behind me, Holly. I'm caring for a horse. Well, I said a bear, but Journey of Life said a horse. So, do you guys feel like? Well, maybe I should ask the content creators. Maybe I should ask Delilah. What do you think, Delilah? Do you feel like the content, like, we should be accounting for when other people are live to go live? Well, when they used to be friends, they would do their lives when other were. Who used to be friends? They ain't friends no more. He's a little pony. It's a girl. She is a little pony. I think she's a black bear. Send it now. Okay. I could literally just make it public again, and you can go click on it. But I forgot I do have your email, so I'll just do it that way. I can do it right now. It's not private. It's just unlisted. So anybody with the link can still see it. Or can I just put it in the chat? I can just put it in the chat. I can literally just put. But you won't be able to click it, and that's gonna be annoying. Do you want me to put it in the chat, or do you want me to email it to you? Because if I put it in the chat, you know it's not gonna be clickable. So which one is more like convenient? Oh, you don't think you need to? I don't either. I don't care. But Jen said when they were friends, they used to account for it. I don't trip off of it. I catch what I catch, and we do what we can. Okay, I was just wondering. I heard somebody say something to that effect, but I was just like, what? Do you want me to drop it in the chat, or do you want me to email it? Because it won't be clickable if I put it in the chat. But I don't know if that's easier than the email. I could do it either way. What would you prefer? Especially when you put up the time you're going live. I was just asking because y'all support multiple spaces, but I think that was more of an appropriate question for content creators versus the subscribers, because the subscribers are gonna go where they feel like going. Y'all be everywhere supporting everybody. I don't know how y'all do it. Like, y'all be everywhere. And catch up while I'm at work. Okay. Y'all be everywhere. Like, email it. Okay. Oh, I can't watch, but that's the extent. I agree. Cause cause for the longest time I wasn't even on a schedule. I was just going live whenever I had time. Like whenever I had time. So I wouldn't even know that you were live, but you never seem to care. You never seem to care. So, but now Saturday mornings sometimes work out to be my what do you call it? Like editing. Like I'm all over the place. I don't really have much of a schedule. I've been trying to be on one, but it doesn't always work out. What the hell? Why can't I find your email? Okay, so I guess I gotta find when you emailed me and then respond to it, because I don't see your email address in my address book. This is awkward. Why do I see? You definitely emailed me. So where is it? Oh, okay, I see. All right. Wait, what are we talking about? Delilah was in the last live stream. I'm gonna email it anyway, but she was there. What are we talking about? I'm confused. Was she late? Which part of the live stream did she not see? Oh, she missed the beginning. No, she didn't. Oh, maybe she did. You missed the part about like the fire, and then the part about the comments with Rita. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I'm sending it now. I didn't know that. I'm always where Jen is. Oh, are you two a pack? That is so cute. That is so cute. Oh. Right. Stuff is changing. I feel like people should just do what they want to do and not make a big deal about it. Um, it's not that big of a deal. YouTube taking over my life. Y'all are gonna get some y'all are gonna get some shorter videos. I love the lives. I really do, because I love the engagement. But there are things that I want to get into that I just don't want to spend 2 hours talking about, like this 10 milligram. I am really enjoying this 10 milligram, but it is disrupting my eating significantly. Okay, I sent it. I emailed it to you. I emailed it to you. I unlist stuff when I don't want new people to find it and be confused. That, like, I don't private anything. I will just unlist it so that people that got the notifications, if they didn't get a chance to watch it, they can still click the link and get to it. The members only stuff is for members, and the unlisted stuff is just when the stream just took a left somewhere in some way, shape, or form, and I don't want new people finding it, getting confused. But the people that want to watch it and are familiar with the channel can still watch it. So I will unlist stuff sometimes. If I don't necessarily feel the need to put it on members only. No matter where I go in these YouTube GLP-1 streets, I see Jen and Journey of Life. I know they be everywhere, and I just be like, oh my gosh, you guys are so special. And I thought you only loved me, but it's okay if I have to share you, whatever. I can suck it up. I don't want to, but I can. I'll unlist my most unhinged. You know what? I decided I'm gonna start putting my crash outs on my highest membership tier, but I haven't crashed out lately. I don't even consider last night a crash out, honestly. That was shit. People thought I wasn't being gentle. That was I went light. That was not a crash out. Stop cheating on me. Oh my gosh. I'm like, love me, Journey of Life and Jen. I start getting anxiety when certain people don't show up to my streams. I'm like, oh my god. Like when Reindeer went on vacation, I didn't know she was on vacation. I'm like, does she not love us anymore? Oh my god. But yes, y'all do have to keep it with the drama, because y'all keep me up with the drama. Like, it's like the best thing in the world when I get a message from Jen on stereo, because I know something's going down that she's about to update me on. Or when I get an email from Reindeer, like, video for you to react to, I'm like, yes. I'm like, yes, Reindeer for the win again. Literally. And Jen always manages to send me like an update when I'm driving. So I'll see the stereo notification and I'm like, fuck. I can't respond because I'm driving. I don't know what you guys are talking about, because we leave them to be with you guys. I don't know what you guys are talking about, because we leave them to be with you guys. Oh. I didn't know that. I don't expect that, but if that's true, then I just take that as I'm doing something right. And that your support means like everything. But Journey, I feel like that was blunt. I feel like that was quite blunt. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, we leave them to come where y'all at. Did nobody let me and Delilah cry for a second or two and be irrational? Right. Like, we didn't know that. We didn't. See? And you talk about stuff backfiring now. Watch that be a whole issue somewhere. You done did it, Journey. Don't say. See? And that's not what I want. That's not what I want. I mean, definitely not what I want. But I also don't think it's like, I tease, but I don't think anything is meant by it, is what I'm saying. I wasn't even thinking about Michelle. I was thinking about, like, you know, some of the other content creators. Like, I wasn't thinking about her when I was talking about the whole stream thing. But that goes back to my point about it's a moot point. I'm not even gonna bring it. I'm not gonna bring it back up because I was about to say that's an even better example about like the whole scheduling thing. But I don't pay attention. I just be doing my thing. I just be doing what I do. Um. Oh, because I had it scheduled. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I wasn't thinking about it. That's why I was like, I'll catch you. I'll catch you, ladies, later. Like I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't worried about it. Y'all were gonna, come over eventually or right away or not. It didn't matter. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't think so. I don't know. Okay, Sydney, thank you so much. I love me some Sydney. Um, yeah, I don't think so either. Delilah said somebody would be butthurt. I'm like, I don't know who would be, but I don't know. I don't think the see, I don't want to say over here as if we're some sort of clique. Like, but the usuals. Michelle's one of the usuals. Jesus one of the usuals. You guys that are here are the usuals. All right, good night, Holly, for the second time. Or I think you left before. Good night, Holly. Thank you for rocking with us, girl. Um, I don't think the usuals would care. Like a Teddy and Delilah. Like, I don't think the usuals would care. I don't think the usuals would care. I think it's some of the people with the bigger channels that would care. Um, I think I'm speculating, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But what can I do? We lit. We lit. We're litty. We are vague and vain. We are litty. We are litty. We are litty. I can't wait to give out the next 5 vein badges. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna do that either this week or next week. I'm gonna do it before the month is over because I'm hoping YouTube will give me another 10 the following month. Like, have y'all seen people? I didn't even know creators could do. I didn't even know channel holders could do that. Have y'all seen that before? The channel holder give out memberships? Because no matter who gifts it, it's only for a month. But YouTube said I had 10 free ones to give out. Had Delilah not said that, I would have never known because I don't read stuff. You'd be surprised who would care. I don't give a fuck, but I do think B is right. I do think some mid-sized channels get butt hurt. Was that shade? Because I said bigger channels and she was like mid. You're mid. I don't know. I'm speculating. I don't know. Because like it's not like I can pinpoint a particular channel, but I'm guessing. I'm speculating. So I don't know. I don't know. But oh, you read it. Oh yeah. Okay. The membership thing. I was like, oh, and YouTube said I had 10 free ones. Because if somebody else gifts it, they pay for it for that month. So I was like, oh, what if they give me 10 every oh okay. 100K plus. Okay. What if they give me 10 every month? Because I've been waiting to read the book Wheat Belly, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm afraid, like, so I typically, so just to tell y'all, and then we could get out of here. I don't know how many of you have YouTube Premium, but for those of you that don't, if you catch any playbacks or uploads, you may notice some ads. So I keep the ads off of the members' videos. I don't monetize those. Those stay unmonetized because if you're already paying for a membership, I don't need to put ads in the videos. Like, it's not that serious. With that being said, I forgot the point that I was trying to make. I was going somewhere with that. It was based on what Delilah said, but I forgot the point that I was trying to make. Oh, Journey, that's so sweet. Like, you really don't, like, you don't get it. Like, when I say I love y'all down and the support is a big deal to me, like, it's a big deal. It is a big deal. I love telling my therapist when she's asking how I'm doing. I love telling her that I'm still engaging because I was gonna leave y'all. I wasn't feeling good. No, you gotta turn on monetization. I mean, you have to turn on monetization for each video. They don't automatically put ads. Or wait, I take that back. If they are putting ads, you're not getting paid for it. Now that I don't know about. But there was a I was going somewhere with that. We were talking about the memberships. I said YouTube gives me 10. I'm gonna give them out. But I was going somewhere with that. Catching the playbacks, ads in the videos. I forgot the point that I was trying to make. I forgot. But as far as I know, YouTube gives you the option to enable monetization for each video. And you can select which video has ads, which videos don't have ads. To my understanding, that's what it shows. So if they're still putting them, then the content creator is not getting paid. So it's like, what the point is? I don't get it. But when I move videos to members only, I don't turn the monetization on. Oh, they auto put ads. We just don't get the revenue. Okay. That's gross. Ooh. I'm not monetized and my videos show ads even for me when I watch them prior to posting it. That is ignorant. So because I have YouTube Premium, I've never experienced that. I didn't know that was a thing. That's wild. That's wild. Oh my God. But I forgot the point that I was trying to make. And I keep hoping that if I keep reiterating what I was saying, that I would catch, like the point would come back to me. I can't remember what it was. What was I trying to say? How did we get there? We were talking about the memberships. Why would I bring up the ads? I cannot remember why I brought that up. Maybe I was just trying to say that. Oh, okay. So the book. I want to read Wheat Belly. I want to read the book Wheat Belly, not as a book club. I want to read it to you guys. And I'm thinking about, like, I didn't want to do it and leave it public and then get in trouble for like some sort of copyright or something. So I'm thinking about doing it for members only. That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, Journey of Life. Oh, are you talking about me? Yeah, I need to go to sleep. Or are you talking about you? Wheat Belly, yes. Okay. Wow, showing ads on non-monetized channels. That's ghetto. Ugh. That is super ghetto. That is super raggedy. That was actually happening to me on Jesus Stream, Delilah, and I had to go out and come back in, because I kept ending up like at the beginning of the stream. All right, okay, yes, all of us, because Roxanne said, F y'all, I'm going to bed. Roxanne said, F y'all, I'm going to bed. Okay, so I'm going to say goodnight here. I have every intention of getting into the members only bag. You know what discourages, okay, last thing, you know what discourages me? It seems like y'all don't get the notifications when I do the members only live streams, and I don't like that. But I'm gonna play around with that, because maybe if typically those are impromptu, but maybe if I schedule it early enough in advance, y'all would get the notifications. So I don't know, but thank you. I love you guys. The Journey of Life. You and Jen. I just love you guys so much. Johnny, Tommy, Jen, and the Stalkers. The Cloud Watchers. 56 likes. I don't think I've gotten that many likes on a vertical. So who are the other 10 people watching? Like, who are you guys? Say hi, say something. Like, what is wrong with y'all? I don't know, but I'm gonna get out of here and I will see y'all. I have no plan. There are no plans. I don't know when I will be back. I would really like to get on a schedule. But the jury is out. I don't know when I'm coming back, but I gotta hit the gym this week because I didn't go. And so, oh my God, it jumped to 20. Like, I don't understand. Like, I know some people are scrolling and will just stop and listen. Yo, y'all should see, like, because to be honest with y'all, the later, hey Felicia, the later we stay on here, the crazier, like, if it wasn't on subscribers only, this chat would be going crazy. Yo, it gets bad when it hits like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God. When I was on Pacific time, I had to delete that stream because I was on here cutting up with strangers. Like it was crazy. It was chaotic. Because I called out the cloud watchers. That's why. Or did she just pop in? We didn't forget you, Zoe. Come out of the clouds, Zoe. We miss you, Zoe. I know we're not on stereo, but we miss you. Oh my gosh. 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 We crazy in the Pacific. Yo, them Pacificers. Those Pacificers. And it was only like 10 o'clock at night. She called me out of the clouds. I did. Do I want to do this? No, I don't. Okay. I don't. We got one. Zoe, come play with us. That sounds creepy. Come out wherever you are. That's what I imagine Journey saying, like skipping rope. Come out wherever you are, Zoe. We're looking for you, Zoe. Come play with us, Zoe. All right, I love you guys. I don't know when I will be back, but if I start taking too long, somebody's gonna post in the community, either Nicole or Journey. Somebody gonna post saying like what, or hard. Somebody gonna post something wondering where the hell I'm at. So I'll be back at some point this week, hopefully before I leave this house sit. And my service seems to have held up pretty good. It was looking a little shaky the last time I was here, right? So I got my box of 10 milligram, my new box. So I'll be starting on my second box, and I think that's what my next upload is gonna be about. So you guys keep an eye out for that. All right. So I'm gonna go to. I thought I was going to bed. I actually gotta go put my quilt in the dryer, and then hopefully I can get to bed. All right. What movie? Sean Penn's Warriors. The Warriors come out and play. Is that what you're talking about? I am too young, but I know it because of my brothers. Is that what you're talking about? Oh God, you're gonna bring Tommy back out of the clouds. Oh God, Tommy's gonna show his age, guys. Tommy's gonna show his age. Are y'all talking about Warriors? The Warriors, the movie? Is that what you're talking about? I never seen it, but I know it because I have lots of older brothers, okay? And Tommy's freaking 40. Oh my gosh. I read Journey's comment in that voice. I'm so young. Oh my gosh. But I feel old, guys. I'm going to be 30 in like 4 days. Okay, not 4 days, but a few months. I'm going to be 30. Oh my gosh. Old man Tommy. Oh, so he's now gone from wrong Tommy to old man Tommy. Oh gosh. Leave him alone. I can't. I don't know how. I'm muted? Don't say that. Oh. Oh. Nope, I muted. Hold on. I plugged my charger in. So my sound the last hour or so. And my phone didn't even charge like it was supposed to. All right, I keep trying to say I'm getting out of here, and then I won't get out of here. All right, I love you guys. I'm going to go say hi in the community for me. Say hi. Gang, green heart gang. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Bye, Jen. Bye, Delilah. Bye, Journey. Bye, Felicia. Bye. See y'all.